Hello, everybody. What's going on? Appreciate you all coming out on this Friday. Hope you're all having a really good day. Shout out to, as always, the early birds who show up, hang out. Call me old today, by the way. A lot of people saying happy birthday. Some people, though, coming up is just calling me Unc, Gramps. The future is now, old man. All that shit. Anyway, guys, thanks for being here. Really cool to be hanging out. Zencha, good to see you. Bryce, good to see you as well. Ryan, hello. Dr. Lupo, what's going on? Got Tyler Wood in the house. Nazareth is here. Meatball's here. Meatball always here. Plasma Snake, what's going on, bro? Mr. Big Daddy, welcome. Noctis is here. Atomic Tar. I always fuck up your name. Atomic Tar. There we go. Nurse Mayo's in the building as well as Kylo Green. St. Jan here as well. Happy birthday, Unc. How dare you? I mean, you are wearing a Maguire shirt. That is true. That is true. This does speak to my age now, unfortunately. What's going on, Francisco? Good to see you back, my friend, as always. Thanks, guys, for being here. This is cool. Bryce, you're 31 as well. Congrats, dude. Welcome to the old man club, I guess. I go by Atomic, but that makes it easier. Okay, got you, bro. I will deposit that in the memory. What's going on, Hartman? Hello, hello, hello. Allie, welcome, welcome. We got Rogue in the house, Decisions in the house. Happy birthday and salutations. Love that. Cost Frost, thank you for being here. Thank you guys so much. This is awesome. Just so many of you pulling up. Thanks for spending some time with me today. Yeah, we'll be here. This is like a usual thing. Like, we'll be here for a little bit to chill, talk some gaming news. We're actually going to do more of a... It's funny. I got, like, the dude bro lineup of news today. I was talking with Emmett last night. We were kind of jamming ideas for what today's stories would be. Because, like, what's kind of happening is one of the things I was wondering when it would occur between Matty Slop and MrMattyPlays is, like, as I'm trying to, like, get more people on Matty Slop for news stuff, there would be these moments where it's like, well, we got to talk about this on Mr. Matty. And, like, this week with Xbox has been that. So I've, like, cannibalized all the news I would talk about for Matty Slop over there. So when we sat down last night, we're like, what are we going to talk about? So I got on the docket today. We're going to talk about the Halo Campaign Evolved gameplay. I decided to go forward with it. I mean, last stream I was like, I don't know. But I decided to go forward with it because I felt it was only fair with how much I've kicked the crap out of that team that, like, look, when I like what I see, I got to call that out too. So we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about State of Decay 3 gameplay as well. I want to talk about Call of Duty. This new Black Ops port announcement is very interesting. So we're going to dive into that. So it's going to be a dude bro show. You know, not a lot happened in the world of Xbox, frankly. You know, when you really, I mean, these are Xbox-centric topics, but I mean, like, the news that we have been covering pretty aggressively. Nothing going on there. But with our luck in the middle of this stream, something will break. However, today is a holiday. Not just because it's my birthday, but today is a holiday. So, I imagine we won't learn more until Monday. So, it actually might slow down finally. Oh, yeah, and the Persona 4 Direct. I didn't watch that one. I mean, I'm kind of sold on the game already. You know, it's one of my favorite games of all time. So, I'm good. Are you gonna get lit today? I don't drink much. OMJC FPS. I don't drink much really at all. It's just never been. I went through my phase in college, and since then, it's never really been my thing. Dude, bro, line up. Oh no, we're talking ball and gun games. We are. I wouldn't call. Would you call State of Decay a ball and gun game though? Like, I think Halo and COD fit that, but I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say we got ball and gun games when it comes to State of Decay. So it's like 2/3 ball and gun. Is it St. Jan? SNTJXN? Let me know how to pronounce your name, just so I can get that right too. But thank you for the kind words. I'm glad I'm one of your favorites. You gotta drink on your birthday, Ruben. I don't know, bro. Not when you're me. Drinking just gives me a fucking headache, and I feel like shit the next day. I'm like, why would I do that? Mithu, thank you. Appreciate you pulling up. Happy birthday, Maddie. Thank you, Mithu. It's always good to see you here. Hope your Switch 2 is treating you well. Thanks for being here. You see Dustin showed his son One Piece. Yeah, Dustin doing a great job. Great father already. Father of the year, in fact. Oh, Cost Frost. Thanks for supporting, dude. What do we got here? First donation I've ever made to a YouTuber/streamer. Happy birthday. My dad died in 2021. Your videos always made me happier during that time. Thank you. Oh, dude. I'm sorry to hear that, first and foremost. Thank you for your kind words, but I'm really sorry to hear that, man. I'm glad. That's the thing. I don't know what my videos do for people. And I mean that in the most genuine sense. Like, I'm not asking for the compliment, but, like, I was talking to my wife about it. because I told her that I've been having trouble with like nice words permeating when it comes to YouTube because I'm so focused on the game development project we're doing being that I'm trying to like absorb these things more and realize that maybe the videos do have more of an impact than I give credit for, because I'm like, that's not art, damn it, like that's not gonna change someone's life. But sometimes a little escapism is all we need, man. So I'm happy to provide that. And Cost, thank you for saying this, and thanks for letting me be your first donation to a streamer or YouTuber. It's really nice of you, man. I hope you're doing better now. Mithu saying the Switch 2 has been great so far. Awesome. As you can see, my Switch 2 is doing pretty great. We got Amori off the shelf. Been staring at this one for a while. Decided to pack this one into the Switch, so I got a physical game going. Omnisa, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate you. And then we also got on here digitally Adventures of Elliot. We'll be talking about that tomorrow on Retro Rebound, so look forward to that. Francisco, thank you, dude. Thank you for all you do, Matty. You're an inspiration as both a game dev and a YouTuber. God bless you and your family. My BDAs next week. Nice, dude. How are you celebrating? Let me know. But thank you. I'm glad I'm an inspiration. The game dev part I'll take when we deliver. But dude, thank you. Thank you. Thanks, guys, for pulling up. Thanks to the OGs as well. Thanks for becoming members. Ezra becoming a member as well. Thank you, guys. This is awesome. Let me just, in the meanwhile, get all my links up here just so that we can jump into some Mateo slop whenever we desire. This is gonna be a lot more hanging and chatting. So I would just like, if you guys are hanging for a little bit here, man, just like get cozy doing whatever the fuck you were doing before this, because like that's mostly what this is gonna be, and we'll do some slop in between. And yeah, just hang here for 2.5 hours or so. Be a good time. Be a good time. Oh, what do we got here? This is a new one. Made a close friend through our love of your vids. That's interesting. I've never heard that. I've sincerely never heard this one before. That's really unique. Do you mind like giving me a little bit? I'm not even asking for the ego. Do you mind giving me a little bit more of the story here? Like the friendship, the tale, how this like came to be. Like, is it like, oh yeah, that guy Matty, and like do you guys do watch parties? Like how does it go? I gotta get a little bit of the inside baseball on this one. Fidizzo, thank you for drinking a beer in my honor. Appreciate you, bro. Happy birthday, Matty. Wax a little bit about our Lord and Savior, Lies of P. Oh, I got you covered, beloved Emperor. In fact, we've got a almost 30-minute retrospective coming your way on Retro Rebound. It should be this Tuesday. So be ready. And I will be waxing poetic on both the base game and the DLC. Something I didn't get to do with my final verdict video on my Mr. Matty channel. I don't know if the video will do very well, but I don't care. I don't care. Uncharted Wolves in the building. We're safe, everyone. Beloved Emperor, thank you for your super chat, though, bro. Thank you. Thank you guys all for supporting what we got going on here. A lot of people celebrating birthdays today, dude. Awesome. Happy birthday to everyone, dude. Happy birthday to everyone who's having a June. Well, my birthday's technically tomorrow, but like, this is it. Like, I'm not going to be working on my actual birthday tomorrow. Matty Ice, what are your sports teams? I think I've seen you in Mets and Rangers gear. Are you a Knicks fan as well? Happy birthday. Thank you, dude. Yeah, so you're right. Mets and Rangers. I love sports in general, so I got a lot of vintage sports stuff, like what I'm wearing right now. Other teams I love asterisk. Falcons, Oilers. Those are my main four that come to mind. Yeah. There's a lot of teams I enjoy watching, but those are the main four. I'm not a Knicks fan. I did watch the Knicks championship for the culture. Plans for the actual birthday? Keith, good question. Keith the Deuce. That's up to my wife. I don't know. She's got something planned for me. I'm really bad at celebrating my birthday, so I usually get sad on my birthday. So it's just one of those things where she totally pulls me out of it. I know you don't love the Dallas Mavericks. Yeah, you know it. My favorite. A year and a half watching, Hez. Thank you. Here's to many more years. Happy birthday, Matty. I was introduced to you from Brad when you joined LSM. Now I watch your vids in Duke. I'll be with you in the sinking ship. Thank you, Juan. We appreciate you, and I'm glad you joined on board with Brad, dude. Love Brad, even though he kind of killed Xbox for us. Zensha, yo, speaking of Halo, do you see they have ODST in the remake? Supposed to be a lot of Spartan versus ODST rivalry, I guess. Yes, we will be talking about that. Very happy to see that. I think that was already leaked beforehand, like it was going to be kind of based on the book, but very excited to see that. Yeah, I got a lot of thoughts on this Halo remake, man. It's looking a lot better as time goes on. Fun factor is there, which I think is a big, important part of the Halo sandbox. We already know the story cooks. It's about what little subtle changes they do make that I think Halo hardcore Halo fans like myself might debate a bit more. Grand Reaper is real. I know, Nerf Ninja. How does it feel to be firmly in your 30s now? Dawsey, honestly, it's kind of great. Like, I was a little bit afraid of turning 30 last year, but, like, you kind of realize your 30s are the years where you have, like, the youth of your 20s, at least for me so far. Like, I still feel young, but I have intelligence, and now I have wisdom, you know, so I can make choices based on my past with a lot more education. At the same time, I find myself yearning a little bit more for the old days. I find myself prioritizing my time a lot differently. You start to realize things a little bit more. Not like, oh, time's ticking, but you start to feel like, hey, dude, like, I can remember when I graduated high school like that. Like, it feels so recent. I remember being in the parking lot, looking at my high school, about to get in my car, and just being like, okay, like, this is it. I'm done with high school. Like, I remember that so vividly. I remember, like, playing Divinity Original Sin in my childhood bedroom that summer. Like, I remember these things vividly, and those memories start to form your taste very heavily, is what I've noticed. It just starts to make you go like, I love that shit, dude. I want more of those feelings as I get older. So, Maddie shouts at Cloud. Not like that. I'm not like grumpy old dude. I'm an actual nurse and a mama and a gamer. Well, Nurse Mayo, we have deep respect for you here then. That is a busy lifestyle you lead. Bless your soul. Bless your patience as well. You don't get a break at all. All right. Ice Cap Lord says, cake and candles. Friend got a modded Xbox, and I'm inspired to get Insignia on my 13-year-old console so we could get some online Nightfire Halo 2 going. Ooh. Yeah, Dan's got a modded Xbox now, and, like, it seems pretty... It's got my attention. It seems to cook pretty hard. Are you hyped for Halo? I wish. Halo Isolation, that'd be sick. Alien Isolation 2, I've been replaying the first after 10 years and honestly fallen in love again. Might be my favorite survival horror ever. Oh, dude, Meatball, absolutely. Yeah, I love Alien. I have to finish the first one for Isolation, but I love the movies, and I cannot wait. I can't believe they actually got a second Isolation going. So yeah, this is one I want to play and finish as we get closer to the launch of Isolation 2, for sure. Oh no, what's up, man? Happy birthday to you. Oh, I thought I said oh no, sorry, Omnisa. I thought I saw old in this, and I thought it said what's up, old man. What's up, man? Happy birthday to you. Don't feel old. I'm turning 46 this week. Oh well, Sony, extend the life of the PS5, or are they already working on PS6? It sounds like everything's up in flux right now. Like, my answer this week could be totally different next week, but it sounds like they're moving forward with the PS6. Like, that is still very much the plan. It's all going to come down to price. I'll be very interested to see how it goes, especially like how people reacted to the PS5 Pro. So we'll see. But I mean, I think all these console manufacturers, like, there's a reason Xbox wants to focus on the Series X, right? They want to retain the user there before it's cheaper to move on. But I'm also curious at these more radical moves they can make to get hardware cheaper. Hey, Maddie, I've been a big fan since What You Want in Fallout 4 videos before we even got the Fallout 4 trailers. Juan, thank you, dude. That is a long time ago. Oh, boy. But, yeah, I hope Elder Scrolls 6 starts to look good so I can make videos like that again. I'd love to. I miss kind of making wish lists. If a game once ranked among your favorites but no longer holds up for you because its mechanics feel too dated, should remain a favorite for the story. Yeah, I think, like, feeling is almost everything at a certain point. At least that's how I rock. Like, obviously fun factor is extremely important, but I personally believe that, like, KOTOR is a great example. KOTOR isn't, like, a great feeling video game technically, but KOTOR is also a story that I'll remember till the day I'm dead, dude. Like, it's important, so it'll always be my favorite. It's hard to replace that. So yeah, man, like I would say it should remain a favorite, even if like you're not a big fan of playing it, but I'm a big fan of playing it, so there's that. Oh, Nurse Mayo, here we go. The mama and the nurse. Your videos are a welcome escape from the stress, noise, and negativity of every day. Happy fucking birthday, friend. Thank you, Nurse Mayo. I appreciate you. Thanks for always showing up too. You're always in the chat, and I'm very, very thankful for you and anyone else who shows up and they're very vocal and very supportive. It's very nice. So thank you, Nurse. Appreciate that. Does anyone call you Nurse Joy? Because like you're a gamer too. Like, does anyone like rip that at all? Like a little like, what's up, Nurse Joy? Nurse Joyo instead of Mayo? I don't know. I'm just riffing now. Nerf Ninja USA World Cup hype. I have been totally tuned out of that. I am not caught up at all. I apologize. Normally I'm the sports dude here, but yeah, I got nothing for you on that one. The only way Xbox can turn things around is KOTOR remake. SRW, I agree. My nurse wife calls you Matty G. Okay, hey, that works. That works. I'll take it. What do we got here? Happy birthday, Mr. Slops. Have you tried? Okay, so last stream I had a pronunciation error of an Italian food. I don't, you guys, why I love streaming is I'm getting cultural enlightenment in real time. This is another word I have never heard of. Okay, it is another Italian food that I have not heard of. I don't want to embarrass myself again, dude. It definitely is derived of the word giardino. Yes? So, giardiniera? I have not tried this. I have not tried this. I responded to one of the comments in our stream today, or from Tuesday, where it was like, yeah, yo, that pronunciation was crazy. Giardiniera. Cope Paul's in chat helping me out here. Yeah, dude, there's just... I'm both an intelligent guy and an absolute fucking idiot. Yeah, like fake Italian's a great term. Yeah, fake Italian for sure. So, my brain's not cooking. You heard about George Broussard on the ZeniMax cuts. Yeah, I think we'll know Monday a little bit more about that. I think Starfield's days are done. That's kind of how I kind of read it. Oh, Chief Adam, I'm sorry. I'm just getting to this. This is massive. My goodness. Thank you, dude. Instead of shutting down Ninja Theory, Xbox should repurpose them into an in-house mocap and animation studio for all first-party studios. This could lower budgets and allow teams to focus on gameplay and performance. Hope you have a great day. This is one of the things that Cog and I were talking about off camera, and I wonder about like how efficient this would be for them, especially because then it makes me wonder about teams. The reason I said I wonder about teams like Rare is because of things like this. Like Rare is a UK-based studio, so they could make use of like Ninja Theory tech. Playground, UK based. Like you got to wonder what's, I mean, I imagine they're going to keep that team around and not gut them dramatically, but who the fuck knows at this point. But this other thing is number 2 is, does Asha Sharma value this stuff? You know, does she get game development enough to know this would be a pretty costly thing to lose? Should Ninja Theory just be a support studio? There's also that. Like I remember there was a time, I think of Activision, Beanox, High Moon, they used to make their own games. Now they just support Call of Duty. So, if this lowered budgets, I wonder if it would be dramatic enough for Xbox to make a pivot in some way, shape, or form. But I think the problem with Ninja Theory is that the game that they're making is a continuation of a flop, right? Hellblade 2, whether you loved it or hated it, did not do well at all. And they're making another one. So investors are probably looking at like, we like you, we'd love to help you out, but like that's not going to do much. But if it's coming out next year, there might be like a little bit of, hey, you're signing on for a year of funding, and this might do pretty well if, like, you know, people really rally around us being saved. We'll see. But Ninja Theory's got to find something new after Hellblade, I think, because it's not a really strong investment. So I hope that out of everything that's happening, I hope all these studios get out unscathed, but I really hope Ninja Theory lasts, because just a lot of good shit from them in the past. Plasma Snake, thank you, dude. Happy birthday, Matty. Got to head to bed for my overnight shift with your videos, podcasts, and stream playbacks. Make the work night go by fast. Oh, my pleasure, dude. Thanks for always being here. Appreciate you, bro. I am Armageddon. Happy 30th. I'll be joining the club next month. I love that you got the emoji. Like, you're kind of hyped for it. Good. Good. I was dreading it, and then I realized I was overhyping it. Jared asked me if I'm a Mariners fan. I enjoy watching the Mariners. They're one of my favorite AL teams to watch because I love Brian Wu. He's fucking awesome. Just like his his form when pitching, it's just unbeatable. Got so much swag too. Love him. But yeah, the Mariners are such a fun team to watch. I love Seattle as well. I was just there a couple months ago. Happy birthday, Fallout 3 Remake. Let's go. Yes. Hopefully we learn about it this year. Maybe Asha Sharma will impulsively announce it in light of all the layoffs. Dave Portnoy. Good to see you here, homie. Happy birthday, Maddie. I'm in the middle of work when you stream, but wanted to pop in real quick. Appreciate you, dude. Always in the comments, Dave. I see you, bro. Thank you. Happy birthday, Maddie. I'm inspired by the effect you say Persona 5 had on you. I've never played one. Which is the best to start with? Well, thank you, Nathan. I would say if you're open to it, Persona 5. Just play Persona 5 Royal, dude. Like, I would say just dive right in. Make sure you get the third semester. Get to the third semester. There's just a couple of boxes you got to check for that. And you'll probably have the same profound impact that it had on me. Or you could do Persona 4 Golden. I know there's the remake coming next year, but Golden is like just you got like incredible voice talent there. It's unbeatable. But one of those two will do the trick for you. Please try them out. Let me know what you think. Mile High Ty said, hi, just watched Retro Rebound with the $200 Silent Hill purchase, YouTube being funny. What are you buying this year? Happy birthday, beer on me. Thank you, bro. I don't know if I'm really... I have a bunch of games in my car from the purging video I just made on Retro Rebound, so I'm trying to actually get out, and then I'm visiting my friends this coming week here. And so while we're out there, we're going to hit up a couple of retro game shops. And what I'm looking for right now, I'm just going to let it speak to me a little bit. I think right now, like, I look at my collection, I'm very happy with what I have. But there are some games, like, I'd like some older Fire Emblem games. Like, those are ones I'd actually see myself playing. I don't have Silent Hill 3 complete in box. That would be a big splash for me because I have 1, 2, and 4. But I love 3, and I don't have 3. So that's another one I'd be looking for. I don't think... Pokemon Emerald's too expensive, but that's one I really want as well in really good condition. So, yeah, dude, just like... Not too much right now. Not too much right now. Go to a minor league game tonight. Do you follow any teams in the minor leagues? No, not really. I haven't gotten to that level. I've always imagined myself when I get older, like being the guy with like the score sheet, just going to any baseball game they can, just breathe in the sport. I'd love that. Please play Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. GBA Fire Emblem games are on NSO, on GameCube too. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess I could try them first. Yeah. Yeah, JRPG stuff's calling my name. I'm looking still for tighter RPGs. Like, that's why I got Amori here. I heard this wasn't super long. Like 23 hours is how long it took my friend. It doesn't matter how long it is in this case, but just I want to play more indie stuff that I missed out on. And so I got that here. Peak depression incoming. Jared, thank you so much for your super chat. Happy birthday, Maddie. This is my first playthrough of Persona 4, and it may replace Persona 5 Royal as my GOAT, but it's making me nervous about the remake. How do you feel about the combat changes? Yeah, so they're definitely making Persona really easy now, but I think that's okay because, like, SMT still kicks the living shit out of you. Like, SMT 5 did not compromise. It gave you more style, but it still kicked the fuck out of you. Persona's always been a little bit more approachable. I think this is in response to how player feedback has trended. Metaphor also kicked your ass a lot. I think Metaphor is the perfect happy medium. Like, really strong strategy. It's just enough on the fringe of SMT where it hits you pretty hard, but it's like Persona where you can, like, chain attacks, fight back, work really hard, spend enough time, and win the fight. So, with Persona 4 Revival, it looks great. I think it's going to be piss easy, though, just like 3 Reload was, you know? Like, that's usually how it goes. 5 was also the start of Persona getting really easy. I feel like I'll be interested to see how they handle 6. How accessible do they want 6 to be? What do we got here? Only played Dragon Quest 8 and Chrono Trigger years ago. Final Fantasy 7 Remake is a good spot to hop in for JRPGs. Or should I start somewhere else? Happy be they, man. Bearded Husband, good to see you, my friend. Yeah, 7 Remake's great. Like, I think it's one of the best remakes of all, probably the best remake of all time, sincerely. Like, just, if you've played you should play the original first, though. You really should. And the original is still excellent, I think. And if you're really worried about any like jank or whatever, play the version that has like the 9,999 damage mode and whatnot. So if you really want to like blitz some stuff, grind really quickly, pardon me, you can do that. There's like an invincibility cheat as well. Like you could do all that, but I think 7 Remake is really exquisite if you've and not just because like, oh, you see how it's transformed, but like put it this way, Midgar is what Final Fantasy 7 Remake focuses on. Midgar is 2 hours in the original. So the way they expand it and change it and think about it and the story stuff they touch on is really fucking exciting, I think. And it's more exciting if you know the original. You don't have to know it intimately, but experiencing it, they play, it's like a, think of it, Final Fantasy 7 1 is like number 1. Remake is not just remaking it, it's like it just the way it kind of continues the story is really awesome. So good. Shout out to Toy Story 5. Pixar continues to tug at heartstrings. Easy recommend from me. Oh, nice, dude. I am hoping to see that this weekend. I cannot wait. I fucking love Toy Story, dude. I'm so excited. I think it's going to be peak. The way they're playing with technology versus toys, I think it's going to be like very much an important movie. So just like Inside Out 2 was. Inside Out 2, I think was a really important movie for both parents and kids to see. I think Pixar still handles that responsibility pretty well. So I can't wait to see Toy Story 5. Wicca Man says, happy birthday, Maddie. Have a good one. What do you think of Asha pulling the Xbox exclusive from PlayStation? Sorry if you already touched on this one. I haven't yet, actually. I mean, outside of the videos I've talked about. It's hard to tell right now with how things are trending with like studio closures and whatnot, how performative this is. What is considered okay for Xbox financials? If you're like trimming your amount of spending dramatically, you don't need these games to sell as much now. Is it no longer about what we spent on them, but how much we're making moving forward? So it's not about we spent $400 million on Gears of War. How do we get that back? It's just like, look, we're resetting the business. We're trimming our spending. We're not owning these studios anymore. And so games like Gears of War are going to by default be cheaper, and like, because we're running more lean, we can extract more from those, and we're going to money hat other games. It's tough to say already, and I didn't expect to be saying that. Like, I love to see them competing, though. Sure, I want to see them try to go back to the console wars and start battling, because PlayStation's doing the same. So we'll see how protecting their platform works, but no doubt we'll have more clarity by next month. Beat the proof. Good to see you again, dude. Happy birthday, my good man. Don't forget to look for Coliseum Road to Freedom. Looking forward to a retro rebound one day, maybe? Hey, dude, maybe. That's a good point. I could add that to the list. That game did look very interesting. Persona Coliseum is like what we like to call it. Kyle, thank you for your generous super chat, dude. Hey, Maddie, happy birthday. Love the content. I also just wanted to correct something you said in Maddie Slap. Destiny's console to PC ratio is actually 3 to 4 to 1 versus Marathon's 1 to 2. Glad to join the stream. Thank you for that, dude. I appreciate the correction anytime. If you posted a comment, let me know, and I will pin it as well, so we can make sure everyone knows the full story. Thank you for that. That's a crazy ratio, though. So it's just like... Bungie, man. How about that, though? It's fucking crazy. Red Bandit, thank you for your super chat as well, dude. Closures of studios need to stop. This is why I changed job careers. Hope they don't cancel Fable. Fable, I think, will be fine. Yeah, exactly. This is one of the problems I've talked about for years, to the point where I've just given up on it as a talking point because it doesn't seem to cut through. Is like, dude, like, you're losing new developers every day you do this. Like, people are just going to go look at other engineering jobs, take that same skill set, make twice as much money, and just like... You know, fuck it, dude. Like, I have passion, but I just have passion for playing games now. I don't gotta go make them. I think video game development is going to turn into a much more lean operation, as in, like, a lot of small teams everywhere. I can't imagine you don't look at something like Expedition 33, 30 people make it-ish, you know, including contract talent, whatever the fuck, bro. Still 30-person core team, not a lot of overhead, not a lot of expensive upkeep, sells 8 million copies in a year. And it's like, okay, so they made, like... $50 a pop, $400 million off a $10 million budget. And that's like raw revenue. I know there's platform cuts. There's engine cuts. Let's cut that money in half, dude. It's just like your $200 million take home after a $10 million project. That's fucking insane. That whole team got rich overnight, dude. Like, you know, I think that's what the industry is looking at. You can just do a lot with a little nowadays. Aaron Robbie. After the Legacy Collections, will we ever see a new Battle Network or Star Force type game? I'm hoping the new Mega Man is a good sign for the IP. I do think they will do a new Battle Network game. I think they will. It just seemed to be the one that everyone resonated with the most. It did really well. I think it was a big reason why Star Force also did well. I wonder if Star Force's lesser performance scares them off at all. But I do think Battle Network coming back in some way is just as likely as them doing a new... I think it's like low on the totem pole though, because there's other options they could do. Like, how big do we want to make Mega Man? Do we want to do like Legends, but actually modernize it? Do we want to do X? Now we're doing something with like a legacy style game and dual override. Do we want to do turn-based like X Command Mission or Battle Network? Lot of options, bro. Lot of options, frankly. So, you know, personally, I'll take any new Mega Man game. Like, I'm not a fan compared to the rest of the Mega Man games of the legacy style games. So dual override, I'm like, okay, this is a step to where I want to be. I miss the days of my childhood where it was just raining Mega Man constantly. Battle Network before X9 or Legends 3 would be wild. That's true. Yeah, exactly what I was saying. Like, it's like, I imagine it's on the list, but I think it's a while away. At least in my opinion. They got to finish the job anyway first. I think before they do anything major like that. I mean, they did say they were open to Star Force 4 when talking to Crunchyroll, but I guess before anything major like that, they got to do the rest of the legacy collections. There's like a Game Boy collection I think they still got to do. There's a Legends collection I think they still need to do. So those are options for them. But after that, the road's kind of run out, and I'm imagining they'll have to start figuring out new games. So, I'm just happy we're going to get more Mega Man. I'm happy Mega Man is still getting new games. I'm happy Capcom's paying attention to it. Right now, that's more than enough. Joe Star. Happy birthday, Matty Boo. Thank you. Consider this my formal pre-order for your upcoming game. I'm eagerly awaiting my free PS5 code to release this summer 27. Right on. $20 though. You think I'm charging you that much? No, I'm kidding. We talk prices every now and again, but who the fuck knows? We're really looking at it like, because again, since I'm the sole funder, it's not about like, oh, can I get my kickback? It's just about like, when you look at the game, how much do you think it is? And what is fair then beneath that? And so until we have the full game, we'll figure that out. But thank you for your early pre-order. We appreciate it. Dr. Muffin asks, have you played Torment Tides of Numenera? I have not. I've heard great things about this one, though. I think Locke really likes this game. He was talking to me about it. It's one I'd like to try. I had to get on... I want to tackle, like I mentioned, like older JRPG style games. Like, again, that's why I have Omori here, but I want Fire Emblem, Xenoblade. These are a couple that come to mind. Like, there's a series I want to hit, like SMT as well. And then I want to get into my CRPG bag. There's some that I really want to hit. Torment, Baldur's Gate 2, those bad boys. I'm thinking about it in waves. Thank you for asking, though, Dr. Muffin. Jay the Great. Thanks, guys, so much for supporting this. Happy birthday. I truly enjoy your content. You're my spirit being when it comes to criticism and love towards Bethesda. Also, thanks to the Slop channel. Oh, my pleasure, dude. Thanks, Jay. And I'm glad I'm your spirit for criticism and love towards Bethesda. Yeah, a lot of people think I still, like... I saw a comment on the video we posted 2 days ago. It was like, yeah, Matty, like, you still clearly, like, your nostalgia blinds you for Bethesda. And I'm like, I don't know, dude. I feel like I'm pretty even-keeled with them nowadays. But obviously people are entitled to their thoughts. But I would defend that I am not, like... I don't view Bethesda as adoringly as I once did. It's impossible to. It's just like, I mean, I yearn for the days I did. Like, I look back at like pre-Fallout 4 and it's like, oh my God, dude. And like even Fallout 4, like the amount of like leeway they had when you think about it, like think about after Fallout 4, we had no idea we'd get 76 and Starfield and how those things would go and how like people were getting really optimistic and hyped for Starfield and like what that kind of felt like. And it's like, wow, they had such a long road. And like, you look at where they're at now, reputation wise, it's just such a shame. Like they really did it to themselves. They really did. Like it's just 10 years of fucking themselves up. It's crazy. Chris the Killer, good to see you back, my friend. Happy birthday, man. What a way to find out we were born less than 20 days apart. 95 was a good year. Buy your favorite snack/drink on me. Thank you, Chris. Love you, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, 95 was a good year, wasn't it? 2 goats born that year. 20 days apart. Rudier says, happy birthday. Been following your content since Fallout 4 speculation and leak days. Oh, man. You guys are starting to make me feel old. When I read that like 10 more years from now, I'm going to have different feelings. You can be proud of what you've achieved already. Keep it up. Thank you. That last part there. Thank you. I struggle with that. Catholic Shrimp. That's a name, dude. Happy birthday, Matty. You make work on Fridays fun. Whoa. Awesome. Do you get weekends off? That's also adding to the fun, I guess, right? Insane thumbnail. Happy birthday, Mr. Retro Rebound. Thank you, Z-Bag. Good to see you as well, dude. Oh, my God. Yeah, I kind of want to go goofy with this thumbnail. It's like, less people are going to click on it, but, like, I'm feeling fucking funny, bro. What can I say? Philip Burgess finished university that year. Oh, boy. Philip. How are we feeling, bro? I feel old when I think about Skyrim's release date. Yeah, that'll do it to you, dude. I mean, I think we all remember where we were when Skyrim came out, right? I feel like all very distinctly remember where we were. For me, I was junior in high school. I was in a class for graphic design. And I was not doing my assignment on the computers in that workshop. And because my computer was in the back of the classroom, no one knew that I was going up on different preview websites. Because there was man, I'm trying to unlock this memory, but I can't remember exactly how it was. For those who, like, I don't know what it's like in schools nowadays, but when I went, like, they would lock down your ability to go, like, Facebook or whatever. They'd lock down these websites, and there was, like, a certain input that you could enter to, like, get around that and still get to these websites. I can't remember for the life of me. I don't know if anyone else had that experience, and they could share that in the chat. But I remember getting around that and reading, like, all the previews for Skyrim over and over and over. And I totally ended up flunking that class, might I add. I distinctly remember having that same teacher the following quarter. After Skyrim had come out, after I had got, you know, all my Skyrim content done. That was the founding of MrMattyPlays. And I remember him pulling me to the side for the next quarter and being like, you should drop this class. Like, I don't think you're cut out for this. And to that, I say, go fuck yourself, bro. Look at me now. That's fucking right, dude. Fuck that guy. Me and my friends still make fun of him. Even though he was kind of right. I definitely was, like, a bum. But you know what, dude? Like, you got to believe in the youth. And you didn't believe. I'm not going to say his name, but you didn't believe. And look at me now. The guy was a miserable fuck anyway. Zensha, thank you for your super chat. I really hope Xbox doesn't close its software. They're pioneers in making FPS and are a huge reason why FPS exists at all. id Tech is a huge asset. Yeah, and like using id Tech for, I don't know, like Halo could be interesting. Fuck it, dude. They're worth keeping around. If they shut down id, I would crash out. I would crash out completely. Hello, fuck him, but he was right. Yeah, fuck him for speaking the truth. They hated him because he spoke the truth. I will say I fundamentally disagree, though, with a teacher, like, telling you, like, give up before you even start. I don't think he just wanted to deal with me. And I wasn't even that troublesome. I think he just got frustrated by me. He was like, fuck this kid. The reason I passed that class was because I cleaned the classroom. I, like, sprayed the windows, wiped them down, dude. Like, he bailed me out completely. And he was like, fuck this guy. I'm done helping him. Dr. Muffin, thank you again. When you start tackling your CRPG backlog, you should check out Colony Ship and Age of Decadence. Are you going to try Pokemon Wind and Waves? Ooh. I've not heard of these two, so I'll look into those. But Pokemon Wind and Waves, I mean, it definitely, I'm more open-minded to this Pokemon than previous ones. Because it actually looks like, you know, visually, there's an upgrade. Open-wise, very much an upgrade. Like, it looks stable. Scarlet and Violet answered a lot of my issues from a gameplay point of view. But, like, it just looked like shit. Like, distractingly like shit. It was the red hair. Be the proof might be right. But might have just been how yeah. I mean, like, I'm still kind of gingery now, for sure. But, like, the lighting doesn't really, if I get closer to the lighting, it doesn't really show. My hair definitely is in the right light. Like, you can kind of see it here a little bit. Like, the camera doesn't really show it. I was, though, significantly more, like, fire up here when I was younger. But yeah, Winds and Wave looks pretty good. I'm going to give them props for that. It does look pretty good. I'm open to trying it. There we go. Shout out to Amy saying, I had teachers like that, now I'm well off with a GED. Fuck them. There you go. Carve your own path. Although that's easier said than done. I always am very honest about my, I put in quotes, success. I always say I did get very blessed, like, completely. You know, like, life in a lot of ways did come to me because I was very interested in video games. And I guess you could argue, well, you made it work. And that is something. But, like, this whole everything I do here taught me everything I know in life. Like, my work ethic was built off of this. I did not have a good work ethic in high school. Like, My ability to research was built off of this. Like every life skill I have learned, every business skill I have learned, everything I am good at is because of this job. But I did not know it going in. I got very lucky with what was given to me, and that it just like lit a fire in me that was just relentless. You know? No bisexual lighting. I'm disappointed. Hang on. Hang on. Can I? Hold on. Damn it. It's just, see, I'm like trying to turn it, I'm trying to turn it blue. I mean, I will say this, Vince. You guys didn't even fucking know. Okay. Let me get my lighting back to more warm, because that's just better for my eyes. Okay, there we go. Clay Mortix. I couldn't get into Persona games because of their tone and art style, but Persona 2 surprised me. Possible return to a darker tone / style in 6? Yes, I think so. I think they're going back to the OG. I think that's what they're trying to do. It was very because like Persona 1 opens with like trying to summon shit, and it's like very much like Ouija board type stuff is kind of how it reminded me. I think they're going back to that darker tone and style. I mean, that trailer says it all, and I can't fucking wait, dude. Like that mixture of style but also like occult stuff. I hope they don't pull any punches, you know? Someone said thanks, I want men now. Oh, sorry, dude. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you. I did not mean to do that to you. All right, Red Bandit. He says, happy birthday. Yeah, I do miss it sometimes, but I always think about starting my own indie company. Don't wait. You know, nowadays, tools are so powerful. Unreal Engine just added in their 5.8 update, dude. Like, I mean, you have to still have an artistic direction understanding that I currently do not possess. But like, for example, they added this terrain tool update that allows you to now build like, basically you had to like do a kind of visual blending style to build like you'd build a landscape with the terrain tool, and then you'd go into something like Maya or Blender, and you'd kind of make a cave, for example, and then you'd like blend it together in Engine. But now with this new 5.8 terrain tool, you can just like build caves into walls. You can scale and punch through them, and it just is a way better, more formidable tool. And I bring this up because they're just, I mean, I don't know what's going on with Unreal 6. I got to still do my research. I'm starting to see this whole like no blueprint thing. I'm like, oh, that's not great. Like that does not read well to me. It seems like they're kind of driving it more towards like potential tokens eventually, driving it more in this direction of like AI vibe coding. And I don't know, man, that just does not seem like a good future to buy into, although they were doing all this before AI was even a thing. But with the tools we have now, things like that terrain editor, like you can, like, I don't have a degree in game development. Everything I've learned has been self-taught or through videos online, which is a lot of what Sandfall did. Like, that's the beauty of game development. So it's a lot, dude. I'm not going to undersell it to you. It is a fucking tough thing. As all these different parts and systems come together and getting people on the same page. But if you scale your game accordingly to your team size, which is something, by the way, I've been guilty of not doing. Once you get it to that right vision, that right funnel point, it feels like anything's possible. So like, dude, I say go for it. Why wait? Why let your dreams be dreams? Rion, thank you again. Good to see you, dude. Happy birthday, Maddie. Have a great day, man. Love watching your videos and streams. Love from the Caribbean. Hey, let's go, dude. Thanks, man. Thanks for being here. All the layoff developers should go to big mode. Can you imagine? And that's the thing with like all these layoffs happening is like, I wish I had money to hire some of these people, you know, like, but it's just unfortunate, man. A lot of good talent's going to go away now. Mythu, ever since my mom passed away in December, I've been struggling with college and I've only been working I don't know how to bounce back. Oh, dude, I mean, look, first off, like, take your time and grieve. Like, that's not an easy thing to go through. What you need to remember, I mean, if you're college, you're younger, dude. Like, you got your whole life ahead of you still. And, you know, you got to, like, make sure you pick yourself up, dust yourself off eventually. I don't know the full story, so I don't want to, like, go too deep beyond that. But, like, definitely, you know, you got to keep pressing eventually. Like, you can't let your sorrow own you, basically. It's something, I say that from experience. I let a lot of my pain with loss own me in my college years, too. I lost my, I'm not trying to one-up you when I say this, but I lost my aunt, uncle, cousin. I lost, yeah, 2 uncles, my cousin Elsie, Mimi, my grandma, my everything, like center of my world. Those are the 4 that come to mind. All in a really quick span of time. Like our like holidays went from like a lot of people to like nothing, and that owned me for a while. And there's still a lot of like fighting it off, dude. So, you know, what I'd say my best thing would just be to like feel those feelings, experience, like it's okay, but letting it own you would be a mistake eventually. Like, you know, there's so much life to be lived, so many people to meet, so many people who enrich your life, and you know, make sure you keep going, dude. I hope that helps a little bit, but you know, definitely sometimes being in the work and the kind of grind does take you away a little bit. Locke went through that a little bit when his dad passed away, and that really helped him kind of stay strong. Just some stability, something to focus on helps a little bit. David RM. Thoughts on a possible Elder Scrolls 6 being launch exclusive for the Helix? I think that would kill the game if it was just launch exclusive to that platform alone. Maybe to the entire Xbox platform, sure, but if it's like to the Helix only, that game would really... I mean, people would want to buy it, but would they be able to produce enough hardware for it? I think it would be cross-gen exclusive, if anything. But if it were, I mean, it is definitely a beat stick Xbox can wield. Are they okay losing a ton of money on PlayStation sales in the many, many, many millions of dollars to make their platform stronger? This is their GTA 6, so it'll be very interesting to see how they handle it. Reminds me a lot of when Call of Duty Black Ops 6 was going to be the first Game Pass game. It's like, which way do they go? And I remember saying before that, I was like, I don't think they should do Game Pass. They did Game Pass because that's what they bought it for. It hurt the company. They completely had to reset the business, as we see now. So I think with ES6, it's probably best this is multi-plat. Best not to rock the boat, but we'll see. Ryan JM, reckon it's worth playing Persona 4 Golden first or just waiting for revival? Love P3R and 5R, but 4 is a blind spot. Happy birthday, dude. Love from the UK. Thank you, Ryan. It's a tough question, man. 4 Golden does have the most like iconic kind of cast, I would say. Like, okay, you have Yuri Lowenthal, Laura Bailey, Troy Baker, Johnny Young Bosch. Like, it's an incredible squad of talent. It's such a funny game, and part of the reason it's so funny is that talent captures it. Not that Revival can't do that. If you like 3R and 5R's gameplay, though, you may as well wait for 4R, I would say. Golden is amazing, though. It's one of my favorite games of all time. But you're going to be missing with 4R that talent. And maybe that's for the better. You wouldn't have any prior association. It depends what you're looking to play this year as well versus, like, are you playing Fable next February? If so, then, like, play Persona 4 now because you're basically playing a similar video game now. And next year, when February rolls around, you can play Fable. So you'll have time. Hopefully that helps. We're going to get into some slop in a moment here, guys. DJ, thank you for your super chat. Happy birthday. Watching since the early Fallout 3 days. Or Fallout Day, sorry. I saw 3 beneath that. So awesome to still watch your videos every week. Shipping my first game I've worked on professionally in 3 weeks, so fingers crossed. Whoa! Dude, congrats. I mean, feel free to share the game if you want to. You know, audience is here to support you. But congratulations, dude. I am very much looking forward to that day. But best of luck, man. I really hope this goes well for you. And thanks so much for the super chat and the love and just hanging with me while you were making some good games, dude. All respect to the fellow devs. Not an easy thing to take on. I hate to disappoint, but P4 has me needing to skip Fable. I don't think that's much of a disappointing take. I'll be real with you, dude. I think Fable looks awesome, but like I also get why people would want to experience Persona instead, right? Oh, the Rook. What do we got here, bro? Happy birthday, my guy. Hopefully Xbox can simmer down with the doom and gloom for you. Yeah, I know, right? Give me a fucking weekend off. I'll see you in Germany. Oh, you're going to Gamescom, bro? Okay. I will see you out there, dude. Fuck yeah. Thank you, Rook. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you for everything you do. You're awesome. CZ. Happy birthday, Matty. You and Cog are my favorite duo. Let's go. Let's go. Me and my man. What did you think of 007? I loved it. Hoping for a new Uncharted. I really like 007. I don't like it as much as everyone else, though, I think. Because I might be too much of a Hitman stan. And I feel like 007 First Light is begging to be way more of a sandbox than it actually is. Like when you have those moments, I'll just say like early game, you're in a you're at a party. Pardon me. You're at this party, you're in a disguise, you're going to these different rooms, you're eavesdropping on people. And that's like Hitman 101, but they just funneled it so much to be accessible. I wish they stuck to their guns a little bit more. Hand-to-hand combat is amazing in this game. I feel like it was a mistake to kind of drop it in the end of the game, though. Like, the last few chapters are all just shootouts, and it's a lot less interesting to play because of it. It's a great transition for them. It's way better than I think I expected it to be, but I think their sequel will be infinitely better. And so I liked it. Like, you know, it's in the good to great area for me, but I think there's a lot of room to improve. That's kind of my takeaway from it. I love... I'm forgetting his first, Patrick Gibson. Him as 007 is incredible. I love the story of a young Bond. That's very new. That's very refreshing. That was good, but just like, yeah, the performances, the writing, like it's all really good. It's a great game. Just, I think it can be 10 out of 10 style excellent if they bring some more Hitman elements in, like the game is practically begging for. Fallout 3 heavily modded or wait for the remaster? Mod Fallout 3. Yeah, this remaster is not even going to be moddable, dude, if it's going to be on Unreal Engine 5 again. So, just go ahead, mod the shit out of it, have fun, play some Peak. Mouth Pudding, thank you for your generous donation as well. Thanks, guys. Happy birthday, Matt. Consider this the first pre-order for your game. Hopefully it comes in a deluxe version of the Battle Pass. Have a good stream. I got to get my son up from his nap. Thank you. I guess I got to price the game at $20 at this point. Everyone thinks it's $20. Like, oh, this is interesting. One thing we talk a lot about with our game, because now this is two $20 super chats of people saying like, oh, it's for your game. Like everyone's thinking it's little small ball indie stuff. And I'm like, I'm going to be interested to see the reaction because anytime I've shown someone parts of our game, there has been a level of like, I thought this was going to be way less. And so I'm very curious to see how the audience reacts because there's parts of this that I think will surprise you in a way like, oh, I didn't think he'd be making that type of thing. But also, I think from a visual standpoint, there's one part of our game in specifically that I think is going to put people on notice. I'm very excited for us to show that part off. I cannot wait. We will talk in due time. But thank you, Mouth Pudding. Go get your son now. Oh, we got a P6 theory here? Okay, Ice Cap Lord. P6 theory. Protagonist awakes to persona when escaping a cult. I also think the guy touching the tombstone resembles obsession with resurrection. If people brought back to life resemble who you remember. I was going to say this was my theory as well, is that this game's going to be kind of back to life and death like Persona 3. I think that, like, when you have the occult stuff, ghosts, mysteries, I feel like this has to deal a lot with, like, you didn't let go of someone who passed. And if that's part of it. But also, like, I think about in how you summon your persona and what that actually means. Like, the life and death theme of shooting yourself in the head in Persona 3. Crushing the tarot card. Changing your fate in Persona 4. Finding the truth. That sort of thing. Persona 5. Tearing off the mask, right? Finding the, like, beating injustice. So what do you do in Persona 6 if it's basically, again, it seems like life and death again. It seems like, again, they're really pushing in this direction of like occult, not seems, they said they're pushing in this more occult mystery direction. So is it like your past self? I wonder if your character just dies in the beginning. Like, I won't say what it reminds me of, but I do wonder if it just has to do with like instant death to kind of hook you. Kev Darwin, thank you so much for your super chat. Happy birthday, Matt. I'm forever grateful for you putting me on Final Fantasy 9. Do you miss Vivi? I do, bro. Don't talk about that shit, bro. Come on. Come on, dude. Yeah, dude. Fucking Final Fantasy 9. It's not the best from a gameplay point of view, but the things that game makes you feel, the not alone moment. Kev, you know what I'm talking about? The not alone moment. Oh my god, dude. It doesn't get fucking better than that. Holy shit. Holy shit. A P6 soundtrack will slap. Yeah, is it going to be kind of like a... Woo, while also kind of being like jazzy? Like what's the lead instrument going to be? Like, I'm so interested in that as well. I feel like it's going to go lo-fi. Let me rip a little slop here, yeah? Let's we've been hanging for an hour now, just shooting the breeze. Let's rip a little slop, shall we? Thanks guys again so much for just supporting this. This has been what a great birthday. It's been awesome. But hey, let me get my notes up here because I do have plenty of them. Josh, what's going on? Welcome back, bro. Good to see you, dude. Where are my notes? Here we go. Okay. I predict house music. Yeah, can you imagine? But yeah, it's slop time, chat. We're gonna hit Halo first. I want to talk about the Halo campaign evolve stuff. We're going to hit that first. We'll do State of Decay. Or, maybe we'll do Call of Duty after. Call of Duty is more like rambling. All right. If you got meat emojis, whether you're a member or not, it's all good. Spam that meat emoji. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling here. All right. Let me get my notes up and we're good. Okay. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time once more for some Halo slop with a question mark this time. There has been a colossal amount of gameplay and hands-on previews that have poured out following the Xbox Game Showcase from 2026, which I know feels like a distant memory with everything that's happened with Xbox, but we're going to ignore that for today. Just to give some context here, hesitated a little bit on doing this slop video originally. The reason was when it came to Halo Campaign Evolved, I was like, look, man, I want them to prove it to me. I want to play it, and then I will happily say I'm wrong. I'm not really quite at the I'm wrong point yet, but I also did do that self-reflection where I was scrolling through the Matty Slop channel. I was like, I kind of just like kicked the crap out of Halo Studios a ton. And so I feel like it's only fair energy to be like, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Let's talk about that because that's just as useful, right? So here we are. Now, before I get into everything we saw and my thoughts on all the individual pieces, some starter info. First and foremost, we have a price tag. It's $50, which I think is actually cheaper than I thought it'd be. I thought they were going to charge $70 for this. I really did. Maybe that's foolish of me, but look, Halo Remake feels very safe, feels like a good seller, and Xbox wants money. We know they want lots of it. So yeah, $70 I thought is what it would be, but it's $50. I thought that was good. We got a rating as well. It's M for mature. This is huge. I cannot say enough how big of a deal this is. T for teen Halo is the most whack shit of all time. I am so glad we're back to M for mature Halo, and you can actually see that in this gameplay. The difference it makes in the maturity, in the gunplay, in the feel, the atmosphere, the tone. And there's parts of Halo Campaign Evolved that I'll just say, there's certain missions, it gets real. And I like that they did not pull back because, again, can we just not do T for teen Halo? If I saw the next main Halo game from Halo Studios and it was M for mature, that would significantly increase my excitement. But we'll literally see in this preview gameplay, like when you have an AR, you can tear it up. And you actually see the blood splattering on the ground, leaving that behind. It's awesome. But before all that, one thing you should know is that most of this really isn't Halo Studios if a report by Rebs Gaming is to be believed. Just real quick, we learned this through Twisted Voxel. They write, a new report from YouTuber Rebs Gaming has shared fresh details about Campaign Evolved. This was ahead of the Xbox Game Showcase. This is a report from late May. It says, in a newly published video, Rebs Gaming claimed the upcoming remake relied heavily on outsourced development, stating that a lot of outsourcing was used to create Campaign Evolved, even for core programming and design. According to the report, co-development studio Extraction handled technical and level design work for campaign missions, with the YouTuber adding that it's not really an in-studio project. Which is significant because guess what really hurt Halo Studios in the first place with Infinite? That's right. They outsourced everything. They had a proprietary engine as well. I will never agree with the idea of outsourcing design choices to like a company that's not even core to Halo. All this does communicate to me is like how little it matters and how accurate it is for us to say like, oh, you just want a little cash. You wanted the free win here. That said, though, I can't complain too much with the way they're listening to the people, the things they're doing, and just even little things like, check this out right here. Look at this. 6 hours of main menu music. Like, they understand the vibes right now. They're feeling the audience. The audience is feeling them. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to throw up on screen this Assault on the Control Room gameplay. They posted a 28-minute gameplay demo. And I've got some thoughts as this thing rolls. Now, this is actually a very interesting demo for them to do because, at least from my personal perspective, because this happens to be my second favorite mission in the game. This is part of what I like to call the 1-2-3 punch in Halo Combat Evolved. I almost said Campaign Evolved and Combat Evolved at the same time, so I went like Campaign Evolved. Anyway, the 1-2-3 punch is Silent Cartographer, Assault on the Control Room, 343 Guilty Spark. I love this mission because as a kid, like the snow did a lot for me. I'm still getting used to the very metallic environments and how shiny, how glossy they are. The snow itself looks great, but like everything in this game has a sort of shine to it. Like even down to like the metal on the Covenant. It looks a little strange there. I'm still getting used to that. Not bad, just different. But I'm very happy to say that as I'm watching this, their changes that they made were incredibly subtle, I found to be, because I've ran through this campaign probably more than any other Halo campaign, to tell you the truth. Like, yeah, even more than 2 and 3, which are, I think, better games in a lot of ways. But little changes like we're seeing here. This room has been completely redesigned. Like that upper area he's going to was not originally in the game at all. There's a bridge that runs right through the middle that we're seeing there in a brief second here. This new platform entirely, all this is new. When I was watching it, though, I didn't react to it. This is a bit of a difference for me versus what we saw with something like Silent Cartographer, where they had that rock in the way, so you couldn't take the Warthog right all the way up into where the 2 hunters you find are. That I felt a little bit of a stronger reaction to, because the hunters in Silent Cartographer, it's the first time you encounter them. And when you have a Warthog, while you face them for the first time, it trivializes it. And since this is multi-platform, it's going to be a lot of PlayStation fans who, or maybe even, I guess, Xbox players who are behind on the times and are going to experience that in a completely different way. And not how it was intended. They want it to be a challenge. The hunters are a threat. And I remember as a kid, the hunters made me like literally crap my pants, dude. So I just did not agree with that choice, but what they're doing here with the level design of Assault on the Control Room, a lot of those rooms look the same. So changing the layout a little bit more, I think helps. It helps with the combat. It helps a little bit for just how you engage with playing it, finding the exit to those rooms, because what they didn't seem to lean on as heavily, because the design was a little bit improved, if I'm honest, was, for example, the arrows on the floor. This is something that Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition did a lot. This is one of my favorite moments, the step out here. The terrain looking a lot different, a lot more high fidelity. I wish the snow, the fog with the snow and the cold of it all was a little bit more dense, because it just didn't feel the same way as it did in the original. You can see here you can hijack the ghost, which is awesome that they had this in the footage. But yeah, this was like one of my favorite points. And there again, the Unreal Engine, you could feel it. It certainly, I mean, when I say it looks different, that's probably the most obvious thing I can throw out there as a form of feedback. But I don't know if it's like a good type of different here. It appears like all of the Marines that are usually in this area are dead as well. In the original, they would be there fighting back, and you get on a Warthog, and you'd eventually find the Scorpion, if I remember correctly, or maybe the Scorpion was here in the original. You find the Marines a little bit later in the level. So there are little changes like that, but nothing so dramatic that it was kind of like, oh, they don't get it, like I saw with Silent Cartographer. So there was that. The other thing that I noticed with the change is you look at the top middle of the screen, the health bar. Little disappointed that, and this was apparent with Silent Cartographer and that gameplay reveal, but I figure it's a good time to bring it up now. I really like the health system in Halo 1, the recharging health system. I love how he just pulls the Warthog up, plants the grenade here. So good. Anyway, the health system in Combat Evolved, I thought was just great. Like, you know, you had the tension of like your health regenerating while still needing to get health packs to restore everything. And I wish that was still a thing. I think walking away from that is a bit of a mistake there. So just generally speaking, this gameplay I thought looked pretty solid. The vehicles were explosive sounding as well. Some guns sounded pretty good. Not all of them. Like the AR sounded really good. They actually have a skull that adds 60 rounds to your mag for the AR, which is like, you know, classic Halo. So they changed that because originally they brought it back to like 30 something, which was just like, why? Like this game does have like a lot of little changes where you have to look at it and wonder why. But all in all, I have to say that this Assault on the Control Room gameplay looks solid. I'm still wrestling a little bit with the look and feel of it. And I'll only know, I think, when I play it. But there's still something going for it. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you all about was this here. It's called Play Your Way, Skulls, Remix, and Co-op. This was where I started to buy it more. Like when I saw the gameplay for Assault on the Control Room on its own, I was like, okay, cool. So, you know, Halo remake, shinier Halo remake, cool. But then I saw the skulls here, like this third-person Halo, what? And some of the skulls that they added in and the way you could mix and match them, I thought was really cool because they really did, I think, add a sandbox element. There's one skull in this video that allows you to just straight up fly around the level and go to places that you originally shouldn't have been able to go to. Birthday parties here, by the way, which is awesome to see. I love that because, again, it turns Halo back into the sandbox. Just adding that crazy stuff, letting the developers pack secrets into this level where it's like, oh, they you know, the player can fly now. Like, what if I flew to the top of these mountains here and Assault on the Control Room? What would happen there? What would they hide in the levels? We know that with like Bungie and the rocket jumps we could do, that's where we could find the skulls. We could find tons of secrets in the levels, tons of Easter eggs. Like that stuff was just so special. They also have with this campaign remix the ability to just like put the flood in levels that they originally weren't in. I want to show you guys this one here. This is actually from Hidden Xperia, who's, if you love Halo, you already probably know this guy. But you'll see here, he's playing right here, the Silent Cartographer mission. But you can see it's got that like flood haze, and he's fighting the flood to open the mission. Like you can completely remix it, which I think, again, adds that replayability that's so fun. You can see the gore as well. You know, these dudes are bursting into pieces when he shoots him with the shotgun. So this makes it also, I think, equally awesome. You got jump scared by an energy sword there as well. There are other skulls like turning the floor into lava as well. So you have to like jump off the ground to like avoid taking damage. Imagining that with like legendary difficulty, 4-player co-op now, it's not just 2-player co-op. This adds so much fun factor to the game that I just like, I'm pumped, dude. But just being able to put the flood in any level in general, I thought that was just a great touch. Like that is the type of fun replayability that I was hoping they would add here. And also correcting feedback. You can disable sprinting now as one of the skulls. This is something that a lot of people were really upset about, but now there's a skull just to get rid of that and bring it to more of a pure Halo playthrough. So if you wanted to turn off sprinting and you also want to add 60 rounds to your AR, like boom, that's a lot more classic Halo. So it kind of balances the two sides. There is a little bit more of a controversial skull if you go on social media, and I say controversial to tell you the truth as someone who's given this company a lot of grief. It's a tourist take in my opinion. Like it's a totally optional skull that adds fun factor. And so if someone wants to play third-person Halo and that's going to get them in, like I think this is kind of genius when you really think about it, dude, because think about, okay, this is going to PlayStation, right? Let's do a little galaxy braining here. Join me. It's going to PlayStation, right? What kind of game does PlayStation publish a lot of? Third-person over-the-shoulder games. So this speaks to that sensibility more. I saw a comment saying that for the Warthog here, they should have made it first-person, and I think that would have been another cool little skull. But again, they're targeting, I think, really interesting, fun ideas here. Again, I think the controversy surrounding third-person is like deeply unserious. Like I say this as a hater of Halo Studios, to tell you the truth. But this is likely something that does exist to let you see skins that the game is going to include and let you unlock. But those skins, they said there isn't like a microtransaction shop for this game. So I'm less skeptical of the third-person mode as it currently stands right now. And the fact that Campaign Remix exists so that you can just do whatever the game picks for you. Like, here's the Flood in every level, plus third-person, plus Birthday Party, and you could just have these crazy campaign remixes. As someone who's replayed this campaign over and over, dude, like, I just love that they're going to give you more reasons to replay it, especially since it's just, you know, the campaign. I think this is the least that they can do here. I will say that I'm not going to be playing in third person, just as a side note. But for those who do vibe with this a little bit more, I think this makes a lot of sense. And then another thing that really stood out to me with this gameplay here, I want to go back to Hidden Xperia's to video here, is we do get to see the visual design of the Flood a lot closer here, and no more glowing orange, a lot more grotesque, a lot more creepy. Like, look at this interior space with the Flood haze. Like, it adds so much to the game, and you're leaving behind the blood on the floor. These are the things that I remember playing this when I was like 110 years old, at least. Like, look at that. He's calling it out right here. Like, awesome looking, dude. These are the things that made us fall in love with Halo when we were younger. This is where they've actually nailed the remake here. That M for mature feel can be felt. So just no glowing orange, actual horror style. I mean, he's looking at the Covenant now, but actual horror style Flood. This is what we needed. And it makes you very optimistic for, I mean, look at that, dude. So much better. It makes me optimistic, though, for what a new Halo game could be from a visual design standpoint. I hope they do not buckle on that with the new games and go back to that older Flood design, because it just felt too, the best term is like AAA, you know? So this is a great video by Hidden Xperia. I don't want to hijack his content too much here, so we'll kind of leave it there. But again, the Halo 1 load screen being back is another plus. That was a huge win here. And then there's also just the new prequel mission trailer that I never had a chance to talk about. And so that is another thing that I wanted to just add a layer here, because they're showing here just with some of the new cinematics. Like, for example, as someone who's played this game a nauseating amount of times, you'll see here Pillar of Autumn, right? Right here, you see this ship will land and hit the side of the Pillar of Autumn. In the original Halo Combat Evolved, when that ship hypothetically hits it, it's only seen through Chief's point of view when he's talking with Captain Keyes and Cortana, because the ship kind of shakes. Now we get to actually see that stuff. Seeing sometimes isn't always the best. I'm thinking of like Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. I haven't played that game, but like based on the comparisons people have done of the original, which I have played, versus Twin Snakes, sometimes not seeing things adds a lot more to the story. But a lot of this is just like new cinematics for what is the original Halo game. But eventually they do get into the prequel stuff, which is this stuff right here. This map I'm a little bit more critical of. The lighting is, in my opinion, like right here where my mouse is, completely blown out. It's a little too bright. It doesn't need to be moody like every Halo mission where it's like raining and it's cloudy. But I mean, like, it's so bright out, not even a cloud in the sky. I think that might be a cloud over there where my mouse is, but it might be. I don't know. But this is the one part of the visuals where I'm like, the new stuff I'm a little critical of. But this also, we're starting to see like it's going to be ODST focused. Like there's gonna be ODST soldier. It's focusing on like the time before Reach. So we might see Chief versus the ODST like had been described in the books. Again, another example of a very bright, like very overly well lit mission space. But I like that there's new content here, and I'll remain open-minded on that stuff. But this was shown off during the Xbox Game Showcase, and as you can see, it's even got full-on new cinematics. So yeah, it's gonna be the full package. And between that, like the new missions, campaign remix, I can't say at the very least they're phoning it in where they're just making a prettier version of Halo 1. I'm glad that they've added enough new stuff here to make it where someone like me who has played the game a nauseating amount of times is like, okay, cool, I actually have something to be here for. But beyond the little hardcore stuff like, oh, the Flood looks cool. Again, like this is another example. The visual style, I'm still fighting with it. We'll see. I got to find the right vocabulary for it. But this right here, fuck yeah. This is Halo Reach at its best. Like that. Let me go back. This sort of like spaceship stuff. This was in Halo Reach for all of like one mission, and it's awesome. I hope this is exactly what it looks like, where I can actually like freely fly around this space. Because when Reach did that, it was such a cool part of that campaign, man. So yeah, the prequel stuff looks really good. Overall, the cinematics look good. They were kind of building off the old design documents that we saw were released for the reveal of Campaign Evolved. They're like, we were looking at what Bungie originally wanted to do, and we're bringing that in. So it's Halo Campaign Evolved from a new angle. I think it'll be, Chris Raygon said it well, I think it'll be no less than good, is what I hope. And I hope this goes to great for me, because then I will truly be wrong. I wonder if they'll do Halo 2 Campaign Evolved with, like, dual wielding. I thought dual wielding would be in this remake, so we'll see. I'm curious if with the skulls they're going to add more. I can see some life to this game, some zip to the game. But I'm interested. I'm interested, which is good to be saying, dude. There's been a lot of bad Halo news. It doesn't mean Halo Studios is great, because again, it seems like the people we have to thank for this isn't Halo Studios. So there you go. I'm still keeping to my ethics here. Anyway, those are my thoughts on just the massive amount of Halo stuff we've got over these last couple of weeks here. They continue to pour it on, and this game is coming out July 28th. So just a little bit over a month now, and excited to see more and to finally play this game for the millionth time. I replayed most of it when the remake got announced at the end of last year. Like, I was just getting gameplay, and I got to, like, the 6th mission. I was like, all right, if I keep going, I'm really going to be, like, blowing all my time here. Like, I've seen this game enough times now. So I'm looking forward to seeing it here with the remake and what comes of it. But I'm looking forward to also seeing what everyone else thinks. Not really a Halo Studios redemption moment, but shout out to Abstraction was the team here. Yeah, that was the team's name. Abstraction. They're co-developing the shit out of this thing, man. Good on them. Chat, I'd love to hear from all of you. Now the Matty Slop has been deposited. What are we thinking about Halo Campaign Evolved? It's crazy that dual wielding was the big groundbreaking move for Halo 2. I know, right? It was a big deal, though. It was a big deal. I mostly like the things they've added. Nice, Turtle. Nice. Good, good, good. Yeah, I mean, again, the additions that they did a good job, like, just pouring it on, like, just gameplay and trailer after gameplay and trailer. Really, really good work. Okay. Our next story will be Call of Duty. I don't know what I'm going to call this slot video, but I wanted to talk about it. This speaks to my soul a little bit. Let me get this over to Emmett real quick, guys, and then I'm going to keep reading chat, and I'll catch up on some of the super chats I missed. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support the stream. I really do appreciate it. Okay. Okay. This is called... Okay, let's get the music rolling. Okay. I know it's fun to poke fun at 343 Halo Studios, but the game is good as it is as much their win as everyone else involved in the project. Everything needs to go smooth in a game. True. True, but we're not going to give them that W until they earn it with their own game, not a remake. That uphill climb, I'm making it real for them. That uphill climb is going to be real, bro. Roderick's most interested in the prologue editions. Yeah, I'm curious how far they go. What do they change, if anything at all? Let me get this over to Sir Emmett. Okay, there we go. He's all hooked up. Halo 2 has so much potential for a remake. Bungie cut a ton from that game. Yeah, H-Mon, I agree. That'll be the more interesting one. And speaking of Chris Raygun earlier, I'd be very interested to see how he feels about what they add to that. All right, let me catch up on some of the super chats. I know I missed a couple. Let me get the ones that are here in my queue. I wish AOTCR wasn't so bright. The grays of that and two betrayals conveyed the effect of the Forerunner industrialization. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Assault on the control room. I was like, trying to decipher that. Yeah, it is very bright. That's a good connection that you did there. The grays of the two of that and two betrayals conveyed the effect of the Forerunner industrialization on that part of the ring. Yeah. Yeah, the lighting is a little overblown throughout the whole game. So I'm glad I'm not the only one who says that, because I feel like lighting is something a lot of people look by, but I don't think people realize, at least when you're making something, how much lighting gives a game a complete look. You know, like the art is a big part of it, and then lighting adds like a whole other dimension to it. And sometimes lack of lighting. It's really about the lighting you eliminate and where you selectively like put those sources. Huge difference. Bethesdaholic, happy birthday, dude. Many a true nerd, one of the best YouTubers, does long live streams on birthdays. Would you consider doing a Fallout 3 all-day stream one birthday? It depends. This one worked out really well. Our stream day's on a Friday. Tomorrow's my actual B-day, where I'll be doing whatever with the wifey. I usually try not to work on my birthdays because my wife wants me to like just enjoy my day, and so she takes good care of me. So I don't know if I do an all-dayer. I was thinking, though, that I want to incorporate, like, if I do longer streams at some point, it's hard for me to get away for, like, marathon streams because, like, today, for example, I want to work on our story a little bit more. So I'm done with videos for the week. I have everything recorded for Retro Rebound. I have everything recorded for Mr. Matty. Well, nothing else is happening for Mr. Matty this week outside of this stream. You know, this is us handling Matty Slop. And so afterwards, it's like, I kind of want to work on the story stuff. So it's hard for me to pull away for longer than like 2 to 3 hours when it comes to streams, like marathon stuff. Because like, I also want to not leave my wife to just like handle the dogs or like dinner or whatever. Like I want to make burgers tonight. So I'm going to be hitting the griddle, bro. Any Blackstone griddle bros in the chat right now, hit me up. I just fucking remembered I'm doing that shit tonight. Hell yeah. So yeah, anyway, this is my long way of saying like marathon streams are tough for me to do, but I do want to like incorporate playing games on stream some way, somehow, like maybe doing like news into playing games, because there are games that like sometimes it chews into my playtime and I want to like incorporate the two, like, or show you guys a game I'm enjoying for an hour, like Liza P, bro. Like Liza, would love to show you guys some Liza P, or like I've been playing the new HD 2D game by Square Enix, like showing that would be cool. Spend your birthday playing Lego games all day. Hey, that's kind of sick. Oh, hell yeah. We got some Blackstones in the chat. Let's go. Godsmack, thank you for becoming a member, dude. Got my Blackstone cleaned off, ready to go for the rest of the summer. Broderick, yes, I just did the same thing, dude. We had it was a beautiful weekend. We had my cousin and her new husband over, and my uncle was over as well, as well as my family, and we learned that my cousin is having a kid. It was the first time I ever experienced something like that in my life, where I was like, holy shit, like grew up with my cousins, dude. Like, spent so much time with them. Their weddings made me feel like I cried at both of them. I was just like, oh my God, like we're all grown up now. And not only that, seeing them get married, but then like seeing that moment where I'm like, holy shit, one of them is having a fucking kid, dude. Like, we all have our own places to live and stuff, but like, it's crazy. But that was the first Blackstone of the year. It was a great way to open up the summer griddle. I cannot wait to continue it tonight, dude. I'm so stoked. Godsmack, thank you. You became a member. He says, Matty, here's a 10 spot for your birthday. Go buy something almost nice. I'll go to the dollar store in your honor. Heroic Blockhead. It looks leagues better than Anniversary. That is very true. Yes, we were going to have to make like a Halo 1 tier list at this point, because there's 4 versions now. I mean, basically, Halo Master Chief Collection is Halo 1 Anniversary Edition again, but you get the point. Let me catch up on a couple of the other super chats I missed here, guys. I'm sorry. Some of you did super chat, and I did accidentally miss that. Dave Wonder. I missed Dave Wonder. Oh, no. He says, Matty, what's up? Now that Xbox has started going exclusive, will Prototype be Xbox exclusive? I'm worried. Oh, no. Dave's goats could be put behind the walled garden. Dave, I'll tell you what, man. I do think it has a chance. However, your saving grace. 2 things. 1. Activision has been immune to the exclusive conversation the whole time. I think they'll continue to be. This is an Activision IP at the end of the day. Number 2, this is likely coming from New Radicals. And because they are a new company, I don't think they're making this exclusive. So I'll just say, I think you are like if we're saying 80-20 here, 80% safe, 20% Xbox might just be like, fuck it, dude, we're locking it all down. So we'll see. You know, prototype being exclusive would be a little, you know, especially if it's a remake, it'd be a little crazy. But I think you're safe, Dave. I think you're safe. Shaggy, I also missed your super chat. Happy birthday. Been watching your vids since Fallout 4's launch, and man, I've grown up with this channel. I'm absolutely loving the streams recently. Thank you, dude. Shout out to the name Shaggy. People call me that sometimes when with the way my facial hair grew in and stuff. How dare they? Is there a prototype game in development? Yeah, we made a whole Matty Slot video on it. If you want to check out the kind of deep dive on all the information we have on it. Nothing new is broken since, so it's very up to date right now. If you got like 10 minutes. I tabbed through a few articles, potential publishers, data mining. Like, it seems to be a very real thing. What are the chances of a prototype 4 even happening? Well, they have to do prototype 3, right? But I'm assuming that's what you meant. I'd be interested to see if they would just continue it or reboot it. I don't know. You're more Scooby for sure, Maddie. Oh, I'll take it. If that's the hog, I'll take it. I appreciate it. We love Scooby in this household. Scooby's one of my most watched TV shows ever. As I continue my man-child streak here. Have you played classic Mega Man? Would love a vid at some point. Kurt's good question. I have played a little bit of it. Mega Man. Oh my god, I was like younger, dude. Ugh. Played it on the Anniversary Collection. I liked it. It might have been probably 1 or 2. I'd have to imagine. I liked it. I just I like the universe of X a lot more, how serious it is. I like the art of X a lot more. I like the upgrade paths of X a lot more. And I honestly, I'm the guy who kind of liked the attempt at 3-dimensionality for the X series. Not X7. Not X7. But X8, I fucking love Mega Man X8. So yeah, dude. Classic Mega Man, I do appreciate. But I like basically everything surrounding classic Mega Man. Meatball says, I always thought he was more of a Daphne, the hot redhead. Thank you. I'll take it. Classic Mega Man's so fun, though. I don't think it's not fun. I think, like, the movement options as well in the X games, like the dashing, the wall hopping, and how that feels, like the air dashing, how that feels. The upgrades you get, like, you know, getting a helmet in X where you can, like, jump and, like, break the block above your head. The health upgrades you can get. Like, I just like the progression. I'm a total progression junkie. You just need to give me progression systems. Son of Gondor. Hey, Maddie, on a scale of 1 to 10, how high are your expectations for Fable now that the showcase is settled? It might sound extreme to some of you, but a 10. It's been a long wait, and I love Fable, and, like, they can't fuck this up. It's like high expectations. They gotta nail it. Can't just be good. Z-Bat. Bisexual lighting dilemma is so funny to me. Lots of crying wolf, but curious as to why so many games are using that purple, orange, blue color code. I was talking about this with a friend the other night. It's interesting because I'm like, if I'm a company, I'm like, do I really even want to, like, bother with the headache? Like, it's very avoidable, and the color scheme does have a pattern for a lot of people. Like, you're kind of asking for trouble, but also doesn't matter. I don't know. I haven't given it much oxygen or attention, but, like, yeah, it's just, yeah. It's definitely funny to read. It's definitely funny to read. Christopher, thank you for your super chat. I have my collector's edition and standard edition of Halo Combat Evolved pre-ordered for my PS5. I'm worried that Xbox will make future Halo games exclusive. That's very likely. I feel like it's already a little crazy that they didn't lock down this remake. I know it makes more sense to just put it out to everyone with what they were doing beforehand, but I really thought with, like, Halo Combat, like, Halo going multiplat is like a death sentence for Xbox. It's like, okay, anything can go over now. It's like Mario comes to PlayStation. Okay, anything can go anywhere now. Anything's possible. Like, just put yourself in that position. If I saw Nintendo do that, I'd be like, okay, what else are you doing then? Xbox doing that just opens the floodgates. So we'll see if they can correct the narrative, but I think future mainline games should probably be exclusive to Xbox. Ruben Lopez has a good point on the lighting part. Yeah, games used to use the brown colors a lot. Yeah, I think a lot of people forget that. Like, if you pull out any PS3 360 game, you'll quickly remember how we used to complain that games lack color. You can find old videos of mine complaining about it too. Like, that's definitely one of those things that, what's it called? It's one of those things that I think is easy to forget about because now we've been like inundated with so much color since like the Xbox One, PS4 generation. But totally a good point there. Bottlecap says, yo, Matty, are you open to any pro bono work for your game? I'm a senior designer for UX and UI and brand design, but love gaming, and I would love to participate in a project with my own expertise. First off, thank you for your interest, dude. Right now, I'm not really trying to bring anyone on board, not because I don't want to, but because I'm the only one funding it, and I'm running out of money. So it's just like, and by that I mean month to month, like as in I don't have the capacity. I'm technically over capacity, you know, not to get into the whole thing, but I'm already technically pretty well over capacity. But it's about kind of like the belief in what we're doing and where we're headed, and kind of my commitment to that vision. So, you know, even if someone was like, I'd work for free, I just can't do that. So it's one of those things where when we're ready and maybe we get a little, I don't know what we're going to do. You know, we're trying to figure out if it's like, we're looking at it more like, let's build the game around what I can support rather than going to publishers right now. And if that's the case, then I can't hire anyone else. We have to rock with what we've got. But I appreciate your interest, dude. Seriously, it means a lot. Kyle's going to need to come in as an angel investor. I'm trying not to tap anyone on the shoulder in my circle. I originally was going to, but like, it's just not, I'm trying not to ask anyone for money. I just want to make the thing and then try to give it over to my audience and hope you guys find it cool enough to support and just hope word of mouth does its thing and that we can keep making really cool games. Ain't nobody hiring right now. I usually am. It's just, again, like, I also don't pay like super great rates at this point. You know, it's just like a part-time gig, and we do the best we can for sure. I try to do right by everyone, but you know, it's definitely not like a striving forward thing. Will your game have achievements? Yeah, I hope so. I'd love to have achievements in trophy hunting. That's like one of the things I'm looking forward to most doing is like setting up that platinum trophy run and what that looks like. A Metroid Prime style Mega Man game would be cool. They actually canceled one that was kind of veering in that direction. That's an awesome way to tackle your own game. I respect it. Good luck, bro. Thank you, Bottlecap. And like, don't give up, dude. Like, I mean, I always tell people like when, like, sometimes I get emails and people like reach out and they're like, hey, dude, can I help you with the game somehow? And I always try to like stay in touch because there could be a point, you know, there could be a point. But basically how a lot of my recent hires have gone is like, I don't have money for this, but we need this. And this would make the game way better. So let's do it. And I will find it in my savings account, which will slowly dwindle. And from there, we'll figure it out. I'm not a great businessman. Never claimed to be. Christopher writes, are you looking forward to Black Ops 1 and 2 ports coming to PS5 and 4? New servers, so no hackers. That's the only thing added so far. In my opinion, that's all I need. Christopher, I will answer your question with a full slop video in just a few minutes. Don't you worry. I'll do some voiceover for the love of it. Thank you. Yeah. We're, no comment. That is the holic. More channel variety, please. Tier list, game deep dives, etc. I love your gaming news and everything from you, but would love different videos. This is really nice to hear, honestly. Thank you. Yeah, this is something we're trying to do. So to explain my thought process, I have done news coverage like my whole YouTube career because I care about the news. I like talking about the news, and it's like what my audience is most interested in. One of the reasons I want to do this live is I thought it would be the most important thing, like a really good reason to connect and hang with the audience. I felt like when I read the comments, I'm like, my audience doesn't really know me as well as I think I thought they did, which I get. You guys get to see like snapshots, but here you get to actually like hang out and just vibe, right? So that was step one. Step two is like starting Matty Slop, because what I want to do is get more people over there so I can kind of focus a lot of my news coverage over there, because I think we do a really great job of the way we cover things over there. I think there's some kinks that we still got to work out, though, for sure. Like titling. Like, I don't think a lot of people really like the Steam Deck or Steam Machine video I posted recently. I mean, I saw the like to dislike ratio was 91, which is low for us. So I was like, okay, I think we fucked up there somehow. I have to read the comments probably after this weekend, because I'm going to be off this weekend with Father's Day and my birthday. But the goal is to get people over to Matty Slop over time. Like, I'm not going to rush it. Like, I want people to like it and not force them there. So I want people to like it, and then focus the news coverage there, and then get into more deeper dives here. Interviews, reviews, previews, mini video essays. I'm already writing up a couple of mini video essays, but right now a lot of my writing inspiration goes into our game. So it's like, I don't want to just spend all day and night writing, because then I'll just never be producing anything. So tier lists are something we do. If you want a lot more variety, check out Retro Rebound. You find that we just do whatever the fuck we want over there. A lot of what you're asking for on this list here, tier list, deep dives, etc., that is on Retro Rebound, and that is a channel I post on twice a week, and that's like my main thing. Like, that I love to do. Like, that is just a gift that keeps on giving. So give it a look. I think it might answer some of your complaints. And a lot of people who I think enjoy what I do here enjoy it mostly because they get the variety in like so many other spots. But that's the long-term vision. Hopefully that helps you understand where I'm at. You kind of can't force these things. I watch a lot of YouTubers. They get tired of things, and so they just rip the plug out. And their audience is like, dude, I like what's going on here. It's like, yeah, I'm still always going to talk about news here, so nothing's really going to change on a massive level. But if I can do like more of my News Bite episodes, talking over on Matty Slop instead of here, like, sure, that'd be excellent. Jordan, thank you for your donation. We appreciate you. Dave Wonder, happy birthday, my dude. Thank you, dude. Hopefully we get Prototype 3 for our birthdays. Zerofication, happy birthday, big dog. Zero, good to see you here, man. Thanks for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Maddie, sorry I'm late, but happy birthday. Oh, don't apologize, Cody. Good to see you here, brother. Thank you. I am Armageddon. I sent you an email about investing in your project financially if you'd be interested. Not sure if you got it, but I can send another one. Yeah, feel free to send another. I'm sorry. I might have missed it. I've been fucking terrible with my emails. So fucking bad. I've missed like a couple opportunities because, like, again, I'm just got my head right in the game development project. So I've missed a couple of cool hands-on opportunities. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, actually, I saw the pictures were posted. It was Blood of Dawnwalker. I was like, fuck, man. I might not have ended up being able to go anyway, because actually that was just recently, I think. I don't know when the embargo or anything is, by the way, but like that was recently where with how close it was to my birthday and like where it was located, I don't know if I would have been actually able to make the trip, because I'm traveling next week as well. So yeah, but feel free to shoot another email. Whoop boot, thank you for your super chat. Happy birthday, Maddie. Excited to learn more about your game when you guys are ready. Thank you for your patience. I know I talk about it a lot. I would love to give context to the things I'm talking about as soon as humanly possible. So just thanks for bearing with me. Clay Mordic says, Sony's strategy is standardized high return games. Great sales, but a loss of first party diversity. Should Xbox follow the gaming mill strat? I think they're going to. The benefit, though, is that a lot of the IP that they have that they're focusing on, like Halo's first person, Gears is third person. Those two cannot swap out. So by nature of the IP, should be okay. Xbox going back to their shooter box days, I'm sure it will feel good for a moment. But yeah, I think they're going to go back to the gaming mill. I think, or not back to, I think they're going to go to the gaming mill. I think they're just going to be Fallout, Elder Scrolls. Keep it going. 100%. All right. Who's ready for ball and gun slop? Let me pause the music here. Let's do this. Let's talk about Call of Duty. Okay. Oh, let me catch up on the super chat, and then let me hit the news. If you could cover anything else but gaming, what's another passion or dream topic you wish you could cover on YouTube? Sports. 100%. I love talking sports, dude. I love talking sports. I'm not like an analytics nerd by any means, so I don't know how good I would be at it, but like, I love sports. I would love to talk baseball. I love just the purity of baseball. 100% that. And then even though I'm not a really great cook at all, food. But I don't know. I like watching people make like recipes and breakdowns and that sort of stuff. The whole, like, I mean this with all due respect, the whole foodie wave of people like, I got this, like they have the same thing, like visit this small town in North Carolina. It's here you'll find this little hole in the wall shop. They have the same inflection. They all talk the same. And then they do the same shit where they hold a fucking massive Hulkin sandwich like this and they go, they look like my YouTube thumbnails. And then they take a bite and they roll their eyes in the back of their head. And I'm like, no one eats food like this, dude. I've had the best food of my life. I don't fucking roll my eyes like I'm having sex, dude. It triggers the hell out of me. So I like food channels. I'd like to make a quality food recipe channel. I probably will never do that, but that would be option 3 on the list. Yeah, be the proofs on the money. I don't want to watch you eat food. I like TikTok slop. Good way of describing it. Like, I don't mind here's the shop, here's where you find it, here's items on the menu, but the whole, like, watching you bite it, I'm like, dude, I'm not even that dude who's like, watching you chew food is gross or watching people eat is gross or whatever. It's not even that. It's not even a gross thing. It's just like, why? 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 Drawn Out's in the building? Let's go. My goat is here. Good to see you, dude. Do you think the future of gaming is portable? Yes. I think with the way tech is going, I mean, the one interesting thing that Unreal, the state of Unreal had mentioned about 6 was that they're trying to focus more on performance. And I think we're now at the point where we've reached maximum fidelity. And now it's about getting devices that are smaller, like your PS Vita, that could run these games. Not literally your Vita, but like Vita sized is what I'm thinking. So I think the future is portable. Maybe not just portable, but I do think like we're going to get more dedicated, smaller devices over time. Like that's just the natural progression of technology. I don't think like the Steam Deck is the smallest we can get. Takes a bite of the sandwich and then viciously moans for the camera. Is it possible if we can get a small segment on Duke or Slop where you talk about sports? We kind of do to open up the show on Duke when there's sports related stuff that we just want to talk about. Like we talked about the Knicks championship on Duke. Like we just, some of the audience complains. They're like, if you want to skip sports, here's the timestamp. And they're like doing it with the middle fingers and they're like, whatever, let them do it. Let them do it. Timestamps are there for a reason. You should do a re-release of best games to play while waiting for ES6. That's a good point. That is such a good point. Our most popular video on our channel is this video, which is crazy, by the way. I thought it'd be like one of my reviews. It's just like a random list video I made on some fucking day in college. Making that would be... That's a good idea. I'll write that down on my list of ideas for videos. Where is it here? Video ideas. Here we go. Re-release of games you should play while waiting for ES6. That's a good one. How about the Cardinals this season? Finally, they worth watching? I agree, Cody. They're fun. They're a fun team. They beat the shit out of the Mets, too. So I got to see that up close and personal. Dustin May's looking nice. I had him on my fantasy team, and I dropped him, and he decided to just start lighting it up. Would the list change? I'm going to be honest, Placer. I don't even remember the list. So, yeah, probably. Okay, guys, let me hit some of this Matty Slop. Any super chats that come in, I will hit you guys in a moment here. All right. Feel free to spam your meat emojis, whether they be the member emojis or your free meat emoji. We're happy to have your meat either way. Pause. All right. Let's do this. Here we go. Yeah, 1 Tainted Grail, 2 Tainted Grail, 3 Tainted Grail. Yeah, that would be my Elder Scrolls suggestions for sure. Tainted Grail would no doubt be on the list. Tainted Grail Glaze again, probably. You guys know me well. At least I'm consistent. All right. Let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your favorite type of slop. It's ball and gun slop. Here we go. Let's talk some Call of Duty, shall we? All right, so there was a ratings board leak a little while ago that Black Ops 1 and 2 were on the way again. Now, we've seen them flirt with remasters and stuff in the past where we got like Modern Warfare 2's campaign remastered. But here is the official announcement. This comes from Treyarch. This is, by the way, their 3rd most liked tweet of all time. They say it's official. The original Black Ops and Black Ops 2 are being ported to PlayStation in July, courtesy of our partners at Iron Galaxy. Additional details here. Both will include campaign, multiplayer, and zombies. And look, dude, very important days for people named Matthew, such as myself, who also played a lot of Black Ops. Just to speak to some memories here, Black Ops 1 was the peak of my competitive Call of Duty career that I referenced quite a bit, but now I can really get into in some added detail. So I used to play on a website called Game Battles a lot, which I imagine many of you listening to this video have heard of and likely used yourself. It was, for those who don't know, a free website. You would register a team, you'd register your account, you'd connect your gamer tag there so it would be legitimized, and then you would join these tournament ladders, and then you would post a match like, we're looking for 4v4 S&D, here's the bomb timer, here's the round timer limit. You set all the custom rules, and then you post it on the ladder. Someone finds your match. Okay, we like those rules. They accept it, and then you add that team leader to your friends list. You invite them to your private match lobby. You host the match, and likely if you fry them, they'll tell you got the rules wrong, or they'll say you had host lag on or something like that because they're coping. But this was, to me, like the peak of all of that. I played competitive Call of Duty on Black Ops 1, 2. I also played it on MW2 a lot. MW3 I didn't play much of, though. Like OG, I'm talking OG MW2 and 3, by the way. But this was like a big time for me, dude. Black Ops 1 specifically, I was on for the 4v4 ladder, a top 3 team. It was the free ladder, though, just when they started to do MLG rankings. So they did originally Game Battles ranking, then they moved to MLG ranking. I was in like the top 100. And then I stopped playing because I got burnt out. I just couldn't do it anymore. But I have really great memories with Black Ops because this was the Call of Duty that I remember, like when I wasn't playing multiplayer, when I wasn't playing competitively, this is where I went and played zombies. This is where I went and played campaign. And I was like, oh my God, same thing with Black Ops 2. And the campaign's awesome. So these coming back is like a huge W. I really do love these games. The thing is, there's a lot of questions around it. Okay, so we've got some answers here, and that's thanks to this article here by Eurogamer saying Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2 PlayStation re-releases are not remasters, Activision confirms. Here's why you should temper your expectations. So here is what they write. We reached out to Activision to try and get some clarity on what players can expect. The publisher confirmed that Black Ops 1 and 2 re-releases will be available on PS4 and 5, stressing that these are ports and not remasters. This is a crucial distinction that players should keep in mind before getting too excited. While Treyarch has not revealed any official details yet, we can speculate based on the information we have today. First, the fact that these are not remasters and that they're going to be available across 2 PlayStation generations indicates that they won't be native to PS5, meaning support for 120 Hz and other PS5 features is unlikely. Re-releases are essentially just that, locked to whatever was possible on the original hardware. So we're looking at like the 360 PS3 versions, truly. Black Ops games from that era are also known for locking certain gameplay characteristics, such as physics, to the player's frame rate, meaning any tweaks to that would require extra work. The other, larger and more impactful potential issue is whether the games will be using their existing server infrastructure, which it has been, to my knowledge, confirmed that it is going to be new servers. Now, this obviously tempers the expectations a little bit. Like, they are just straight up taking the easiest route imaginable. They are re-releasing the games, but to the credit of Call of Duty fans, this is what people have wanted. In my opinion, there have been recently more bad Call of Duties than good ones. MW3 was literally supposed to be DLC, and they tried to sell it to you for $70 and succeeded. Top selling game that year. Astonishing lack of consumer awareness. Just like, this game sucked so bad, the reviews for it were so bad. But in MW3's defense, the MW2 remastered multiplayer maps, I think, really brought that thing back, and people loved that game's multiplayer. So I will be fair to that one. I think the campaign was a joke, though. But people don't buy Call of Duty for the campaign strictly. Many do, though. I think that part of the demographic is underappreciated. There's a reason why when they got rid of the campaign with like Black Ops 4 and Black Ops 3, they brought it back. The other thing here. Look. What's going on with Xbox? I can't believe I'm saying this. Here's an article from Pure Xbox, right? It's titled, Treyarch confuses Xbox fans with Black Ops 1 and 2 reveal for PS5. So they got the original tweet here, and they've got the replies here. What about Xbox, PC, and Switch? The games are compromised on both Xbox and PC to the point hackers can run remote code on our computers, making them unsafe for online play. if these get fresh servers and the Xbox version don't get updated as well, this is an extremely bad look on Xbox, because what the fuck do you mean a first-party game isn't going to be properly playable for Xbox, but will be for the competitors? I guess these are just the PS3 versions. However, it feels weird there aren't any new Xbox ports because the 360 servers are hacked to death. This is what I wanted to get into. So I talked about this quite recently with Call of Duty World at War. I love Call of Duty World at War. Got a ton of great memories with this game, right? Sometimes I want to fire it up because I miss the days of pulling out that Browning LMG, mounting it, opening fire, and watching the gore that Call of Duty used to have, man, just be there. It was visceral. It was awesome. But also World at War has like a great campaign. The introduction of zombies, of course, huge part of it. So when you go back and play that in multiplayer, it's, I mean, at least when I last went back to it, I remember the dude was running up in the sky on 360, by the way. He was running up in the sky, floating around. No one's in the lobby, and he's just spawn killing people. So some dude was just tormenting only me that day. And that is a problem that exists in a lot of older Call of Duty games. So with Black Ops getting a port and fresh servers, I am hoping that Xbox would be able to join in that fun. Switch as well. PC does have plutonium. Someone mentioned that in chat just now. And that is a good call out, that they do have a way to play. I don't know if it's a way that maybe Activision and Xbox want you to play, but it is there. However, it would be just, I think, more ideal. Hey, the game's available and you can go and play online just like as you did. And you don't have to do any back end shit with plutonium. And someone just also mentioned in chat that I guess Black Ops 2 plutonium got hacked. So I'm going to believe chat for a moment here. But okay. Other details that are missing here. And again, this is a game coming out next month. I'm just like, what's going on here? Price, bundles, specs, platforms as well. Like, what is going on here? This seems like such an easy win. It is Call of Duty. It will be an easy win. I think this also, as I'll get into in a moment, speaks to Call of Duty needing an easy win desperately after how things have performed. But again, I'm like, where are these details at? How much will it be? Why is there no screenshots? Why, when you announce it, is this all we get here? It's a port thanks to Iron Galaxy. Cool. That's fucking awesome. Just not even announcing for any other platform is crazy work. I mean, shout out to PlayStation. This is a huge one. They're going to make a shit ton of money on this. They're going to be like, dude, we get Call of Duty twice this year, because people are kind of excited for MW4 as well. Now to the why of them finally doing these things, right? I was watching a couple of Call of Duty YouTubers. I don't know them by name. I apologize. I'm like way out on Call of Duty YouTube. I've been out for like well over a decade and a half now. Ever since I quit doing Call of Duty videos myself. But a lot of them have been like, well, they're finally listening to us. Like, this is what we've always wanted. Why? These games are flopping, dude. And last year was the first year that Call of Duty got punched out. Barely, but it did. It showed that with strong competition surrounding it, Call of Duty can take the L. They got beat out by Battlefield 6. They got beat out by Arc Raiders. Like, these were multiplayer games that were gathering players in the many millions, and less people wanted to show up for the absolute dog shit that is known as Black Ops 7. And so what do? They're like, dude, give them the ports. We're going to make our Call of Duty money one way or another this year. Give them the ports here. The other question I'm left with, is this a sign of what's to come, or is this a reaction to the desperation that the franchise is experiencing? By that, I mean, can we bring back, as I was just talking about a little bit earlier, Call of Duty World at War? Can we do it? Can we bring it back? Because that would make me insanely happy. I'd love to see that come back. I think a lot of people would like to see like a Call of Duty Legacy pack. Like, here's 1 through 3. We already know COD 4 has the remaster. So they've kind of just sporadically picked these things out. As someone who grew up a Treyarch fan, this is kind of cool to see in general. Just like, okay, they're porting it, cool. But just that it's getting that love, because I remember growing up, I was always slandered like crazy for liking the Treyarch Call of Duties more than the Infinity Ward ones. I always found their settings more interesting. Like Black Ops, the reason they've done up to Black Ops 7 is because they'll never come up with another new idea again. They tried Advanced Warfare. It sucked. They tried all these different types of, Future Warfare. What the fuck was it called? The one with the infinite warfare. I don't know, dude. There's like space, there's mechs. They've tried all these different types of warfare, modern warfare. World War II's been done to death. Black Ops was like the best pocket they found where they're like, oh, we have the technology, but also like a cool historical period to explore that plays into that Call of Duty spirit. Like they just will, whoever came up with Black Ops, whoever pitched the idea, they're like, damn, this is it for us. Like we got to just run this thing out. But I'm curious again, with the support for other Treyarch Call of Duties, would people show up for World at War? I think many Call of Duty fans would appreciate seeing the origins of Call of Duty Zombies, although they have remastered those maps. And that's kind of the wheel that keeps spinning here, right? MW3 Multiplayer remastered the MW2 maps, but they also sold you the MW2 remastered campaign separately. Here are ports for Black Ops 1 and 2. They've brought back old Zombies maps into the new ones. I think they've made standalone Zombies games. It feels like with this series, and I get it, it's the #1 gaming IP, but it really does truly feel like when I want money. You want money? Yeah, I want money, boss. And they're like, okay, boom, let's do this Call of Duty thing. And so maybe one day there is a remaster on top of the port. We'll see. But I'd love to see them bring back other older Call of Duties, all considered here. But the whole Black Ops situation is a little confusing, a little weird, a little strange. But nonetheless, ball and gun gamers, this is a W for us. We have won. We finally got ports, and very hidden away ports coming next month, but a huge social media announcement, no trailer or anything. Maybe they're keeping it low key to not take away from MW4. I don't know. I mean, people seem to really like the DMZ mode too. So I feel a little bit on an island when it comes to Call of Duty and just like how I feel about what they're showing here. But nonetheless, ball and gun slop makes a grand return this July. Looking forward to seeing what happens. Got to see that price tag though. Got to see those platforms. My fellow ball and gun gamers, let me know what you think in the chat. I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me get this up to Emmett. Can't believe we're going to do a Call of Duty video on Matty Slop. This shit's going to bomb. But speaking of my soul, I'll re-chat in a moment, guys, and then I'll get to your write-ins here. Just want to make sure I get this over to Emmett. Turn on the music in the meantime. Okay. Files uploaded. Let me get this over to Sir Emmett. Cool. All right, we got one more helping a slop for you guys after this. We're doing pretty good here today. All right, let me catch up with chat. Time to stream World at War, Matty. Do I have World at War in my collection? I don't. Oh, shit. Man. Yeah, I gotta get that. That's... Just having it on Steam would be clutch. Okay, let me catch up on some of these supers. Matty, I've been with you since the build up to Fallout 4, maybe earlier. It's been a pleasure to grow old alongside you watching your content. Bring on Fallout 5 so we can relive that hype. Yeah, man, I'm hoping Elder Scrolls 6 really brings back those feelings for a lot of us. I think that'll be a special moment. Many of us started this journey, like literally YouTube for me, like in a serious way, but like this journey of like us as a community began really with Skyrim for like the OGs. Like to be together all those years later, it's easy to forget how special it can be with how Bethesda is right now, because it's like right now we're worried about a lot of things. But if the game looks great, I think that will be special. And then Fallout 5, of course. Fallout 3 Remaster. I think good times, fun times are ahead for us OGs, man. So thanks for being here, Mitt Crab. I appreciate you. Bethesda Holic says, what are your thoughts on Many a True Nerd, and would you ever collaborate? Fallout 3 and Fallout are your favorite games and franchises, and you're both so wholesome and positive. Thank you. I love John. He's a good dude. I haven't talked to him in years though. Like last time I talked to him was, I brought him on to Ham Radio Podcast. You can find an episode of us doing that together. And I said I liked Hitman Absolution. And I remember him just really fucking grilling me for that, dude. Like, I remember him, like, borderline being upset. At least how it came across. I was very sensitive back then, so that's my interpretation now, but I don't give a shit. Good dude, though. I like his content. I don't watch a ton of it. But I would definitely always be open to a collab. I don't know what we do or where we'd overlap, but of course. I'm just very bad with collabs in general. But Miniature Nerd is a good dude. Good dude who just keeps it real, keeps it wholesome, keeps it positive. Love his voice, too. John, Miniature Nerd. Just, that's my horrible imitation of him. Dave Wonder. Whoa. Love you, man, and all your content. Keep up the great work, my friend. Also, Fallout 3 update. Loving the story so far. Found the Republic of Dave, which is hilarious to me. We were talking about that in chat with you, remember? Republic of Dave. It's been discovered. Want to say Fallout 3 is top 10 RPG of all time for me. Oh, shit. Watch out, everyone. Here comes Dave. Top 10 RPG of all time. Let's go. It only gets better. Lawrence, what's good, Maddie? I hit 100 subs today. Multiple videos getting 2 to 3K views after changing up my niche. Any advice from a vet? Happy birthday, G. Bro, first off, I don't know if you actually need advice. This is how you build. It's about sustaining now. Like, you change up your niche. I don't know much about your channel, to tell you the truth, bro. First off, congrats, though. That's awesome. My best advice would be, like, staying adaptable is going to be your best friend. Rocking the boat too heavily is a bad choice, though. Like I mentioned with, I don't know if you caught earlier, someone was asking about more variety here, and I was like trying to explain, like, hey, if I just like ripped the Band-Aid off and said like, no more news here ever. Number one, I don't want to do that, but number two, that would just, all the audience that I have here would not want anything from me for the most part, and it would totally kill what I've built. That's just the nature of the beast. But gentle switch-ups that are organic, like I did not start off covering Xbox, but by covering Bethesda, which was something I loved and I was passionate about, and in turn covering Obsidian because their games overlapped, and in turn covering inXile because those franchises they all worked on overlapped, when they were all bought by Xbox, then broadening my coverage to Xbox and the greater part of Xbox Studios, that's how my shit grew. So there's organic ways to grow what starts off as a niche too. So just think of it that way. Look for your overlaps, explore your passions, but also be smart about it. Not everything has to be content. It's very easy to feel that way in today's world. But you have to kind of work your way there smartly so that you don't fuck up the hobby for yourself, especially. That's what keeps you in it. But as the Holic says, last super chat because I'm poor. Well, if you're poor, dude, like, please don't don't super chat, dude. Can my 20 euros go to your game? I love these chats to support an indie game. Technically they do. So the way YouTube super chats work, to my understanding, is I think YouTube takes half. So whatever I make, they take half. And then, wait, how much? No. How much does YouTube take a super chat? I don't want to get bad information here. Hang on. I'll explain in a moment. How much, what percentage, I'll say. What percentage does YouTube take from a super chat? Is there not? I'm seeing 30%. YouTube takes 30% cut. Okay. This is the AI overview. I'm seeing 30% cut. So they take that. Then afterwards with your taxes, you take like a certain like 20 to 30% out. So then whatever take home I'm left with goes to me, which then I don't really buy. I sincerely don't buy a lot of shit for myself. Like, I really do just put the money into the game. So by default, I don't like to say it because I think people will feel they have to do it. And I would rather people genuinely support to like just talk and to hang out. So don't super chat to support the game. The best way you can support the game is when we reveal it, you know, and you like what you see, you got to like what you see. You have to earnestly like it. I don't want you to like it because you like me. Wish listing it helps. And then if the game speaks to you more, of course, buying helps. But giving me super chats, like, we're doing all right, man. So no worries on that. But I appreciate you guys being considerate of it. But, like, technically, whatever does come through the door does directly fund that game. It's just, like, I don't have, like, a specific, like, oh, this 20 goes to that, this goes to that. Like, I don't look at them individually. They just come into, like, a entire deposit from Google is basically how it works. And then I use that to pay everyone else out to just keep the project going. So thank you for supporting, though. Yeah, I really do appreciate it. QA Smoke says, happy birthday, Maddie. Love this Xenoverse profile picture. I think I said this last time you popped up. Also, thoughts on these layoffs causing developers stop being lazy and make good games? The market isn't forgiving right now. Well, I wouldn't say laziness is a product of the problem here. There are lazy games, but just given the time and difficulty it takes, like, no one wants to hear it, so I'm not going to linger on this point, but, like, it's not, even shitty games, sometimes it's like, yeah, it wasn't easy to make, and that's part of the reason why it's so shitty. They just chose to ship it. Your game is my version of Markiplier's Iron Lung. That's hilarious, dude. Thank you. Hopefully it delivers as much. Again, I think it comes down to developers and in turn publishers listening to what audiences want, which I don't know how, again, I always say this in my videos, I don't know how we ever got away from that. I think it's just as important being creative and just making things you want to make as it is. I get validation when I make videos or when I'm making our game. The excitement of it is that I am making it also for you. Like, I'm like, I think people will like this. The idea of, like, I've made it like, it's as much for me as it is for you. And I think that balance is super fucking important. And I feel like we walked away from that, where it's like the second half of that conversation, which is really the first half, because at the end of the day, we're buying it. We're keeping them in business. It's like making it for them. So do I think these kind of layoffs will make people focus on the important stuff? Sure. I worry that there could eventually be an overcorrection, like I've talked about with, like, Fallout and Elder Scrolls. Like, I'm treading carefully of, like, okay, we're going to get more. But are they going to fucking beat this franchise into the ground now? Because there might come a point 10 years from now where, like, what are they doing? So yeah, dude, like, I think, you know, there are good games everywhere, as a side note, not to, like, pick you apart here completely. There are good games everywhere. It's constantly good games. But I think the problem is that a lot of prolific developers have walked away from what made them special. Woot Boot says, dude, you got to check out Jeremy Soul's work on Guild Wars soundtrack if you haven't. The YouTube video, Peaceful Jeremy Soul #4, is a really nice arranged compilation. I didn't know he did that game too. Yeah, dude, his work is fucking fantastic. So fucking good. I'd be so interested to see if he's coming back for Elder Scrolls 6. I doubt it. I think Einon Zur has the job, but, like, it'd be so interesting to see if, like, he makes a comeback at all. He's just completely gone. And I mean, again, if you read the stories, like, with no response, like, I get why he's gone, but, like, I'm always interested if why he didn't reply at all. Cody Brahman says, I've always said I won't judge Bethesda Game Studios until they make a bad ES game. Because outside of Fallout 3, I think they've made okay games besides Elder Scrolls. I think it's a fair stance to have, dude. Like, you know, with BGS, Elder Scrolls is their baby. And they have not made a bad one yet. Anyone who argues that, like, you know, Skyrim or Oblivion or Morrowind, like, that's just trash, bro. I'm just like, okay, you have your opinion. Like, I totally disagree. But I think this is a good stance to take. Oh, who's your favorite companion in KOTOR 2? Zensha. Oh man, don't get me started. How do you pick from some of Avalon's greatest hits here? Kreia? Question mark. Kreia's just so interesting to talk to because she's always going to tell you what you're doing wrong, and it's this impossible to please character that's not, like, nagging you, but, like, gives you actual good logic as to why what you're doing should be the opposite thing. I would also throw out there Atten, because his personality versus his backstory is incredible. Oh, man. Yeah, it might be Atten. Atten is such a pleasant surprise when you, especially with the influence system and what you can make him. Like, what he did, and then if you put him on the dark side path, especially, I think that's just fucking fantastic stuff. Visas Mar, just the style, the Mira Lucas, just so fucking cool. Those three come to mind. God, dude. Trash Gamer, thank you for your super chat. Happy birthday, Maddie. Special thanks to you and Cog. You both got me to think about my health and go from a 38-year-old, 285 pounds, size 44 to 203 pounds, size 36, 2 weeks from 40 years old. This PlayStation fan thanks you and your awesome shirt. This is what it's all about, bro. Thank you. And congratulations. You're doing the hard work. No need to thank us, dude. But I appreciate you listening with an open mind. It takes real humility to reflect like that and try to make a change. And the commitment to it's not easy, I can only imagine. So congratulations to you, dude. You should be very proud. And thank you for supporting. Let's see here. Monster Potas and Ricky in the house. Happy birthday, Maddie. Can't wait for the game reveal. Hopefully it is soon. All this build up over the last 3 years. Hashtag DD reveal it. Oh no, I'm getting my own hashtag. In due time, my friend. I'm pulling the Brian Fargo here. In due time. Oh, Canderous/Mandalore was your favorite. Because you spent the whole game knowing who he was, even if he won't tell you. Yeah, they never really committed to that, did they, Zensha? It's so interesting. Oh, thank you. How do you... Elf Cineric. I'm totally fucking it up, dude. I gotta read more books, clearly. Like, I'm not reading enough, it seems. I'm just fucking up everyone's pronunciation. I can't read Italian foods. Who would trust me writing a video game at this rate? Anyway, thank you for the birthday wishes. Since we're on the topic of RPG favorites, favorite Persona social link. For me, it's very close between Akinari in Persona 3 and Kanji in Persona 4. There's that kid that you tutor in Persona 4 and you can call him a dick. I fucking love that shit. Hold on. Actually, I don't know how I would Google it. How would I'm trying to think of a good Google prompt, because I don't want to type in like dick Persona 4 because I'm terrified it will come up. Persona 4 Golden. Wow, you're a dick. Oh god, please don't. Yeah. Oh wow, you're such a little prick. That's what it is. Yeah, it's Shu. Yeah, Shu's hilarious, bro. Okay, favorite social link. All right, I know y'all are gonna. I know where your head's gonna go on this one. I do like Kawakami social link a lot, though. Not because you're like hitting up the teacher. Not saying that. I think her backstory involving. I don't want to spoil it. I think the backstory for that one was surprisingly sad. What other social links did I really like? Akechi's. I just think of that scene outside the subway station entrance. I think it's rank, is it 8 or 9? Actually, no, it might have been earlier because they expanded it. Oh, God, yeah. Akechi's is really... Yeah, Akechi might be my favorite. I love Akechi's. I'm thinking some others here. I'm going through the whole cast. I don't really like many of Persona 3's social links because it's very primitive at that time. I do think Metaphor has better social stories than really any Persona game, to be frank. I'm going through 5 in my head. All the characters in 5. Thinking of the core party. Core party's alright. Like, Makoto's was stupid. Makoto's was just, like, class president shit. It's like, who gives a fuck about this? Takemi as well. Takemi's awesome. Yeah, the adult characters in Persona are great. Sojiro. My outright favorite one. Kanji's a good one. Oh. Naoto, Persona 4. I just love the whole investigation and the meaning behind it. I think that was just, I don't know. I just have memories with that one. Naoto, Persona 4, Kanji, Persona 4 as well. I really love Rise as a character, so I just liked hanging out with her. Chie is all about just eating food, but like, I don't know. She's cool as fuck. Yeah, it's gotta be, yeah. I'm gonna go with either Naoto or Kanji. That's a good one. Good question. Really had to think that one through. You haven't played Metaphor yet, Uncharted Wolf? You should. Longer game, though. Be warned. Thank you, Ryan's Life. I appreciate you, dude. Danny BO2, I will when the time is right. Don't worry. Thank you, MrMattyPlays. I appreciate that. Natsu's whole arc is one of the best in the games. Her story about not allowing herself to be defined by social pressures put on her was great. Yeah. Super well-written character. I can't wait for the Naoto Kanji debates to come back, too. It's going to be fucking hilarious. Next February, people will just popping off about that shit. The beauty of the remake remaster culture is all the shit that people complain about that are like in games now. They're like, oh, they're telling these stories now. I'm like, they've always been telling these stories. Go play fucking Silent Hill 3. Like, these stories have always been told. Splicer, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate you. These stories have always been told. And like Naoto and Kanji's gonna like kick that shit up. They're like, oh man, what do they do to Persona now? Just wait. Who's your favorite Mass Effect companion across the whole trilogy? Who's your least favorite? Caden is absolutely my least favorite. Easy fucking answer there. Favorite? Boring answer? Oh, man. Garrus comes to mind. I mean, I fucking love Garrus so much, bro. This guy is never not in my party. Become the proof as well. Thank you, brother. Yeah, it's Garrus, dude. Yeah, like, I just can't not pick Garrus. He's so cool. Like, he's just so cool, dude. Like, Archangel, are you fucking kidding me? Just, yeah. Garrus is great. If I had to pick like a close second, God, that OG Mass Effect squad is so good. Rex is great. Liara, I love Liara too. Everyone hates Caden. Yeah, sorry, I'm one of those guys. A lot of people defend Caden. I made a whole video like shitting on Caden, or Let's Play episode of Mass Effect 1 just shitting on Caden. People were like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Yeah, I think number 2 slot goes to Liara. Number 3. Jack is pretty awesome. I like Jack a lot. I love the look of what's his name? What's the assassin character in Mass Effect 2? I'm forgetting his name. ME2. What's his name? Thane. Thane's cool as fuck. Yeah, dude. Like, it's such a great fucking series. Yeah, that'd be at least my top 2. Just, I love those characters so much. I still remember getting chills when I finally got on Atten to tell me his backstory and expose a new side to Star Wars that wasn't really explored until then. Atten ran, bro. That dude is deceptively the best character in the game. Fucking amazing. And especially because, like, it plays really well off of, like, in KOTOR 1, you know Karth, and Karth's, like, this distrustful soldier, loyal to the bitter end, but, like, conflicted. Really great story, right? So to get Atten, this sort of, like, playful dude who's got, like, a really fucked up backstory, it's awesome. Awesome. Dead Pine says Tali for me. Tali. Tali. How did I... Oh, my God, bro. What the fuck is wrong with me? How did I forget Tali's aura? Voss Normandy. God, dude. No. Tali's got to be top 3. I think I got to put Tali above fucking Liara. Holy shit, dude. Morden as well. Yeah, dude. Good times. Good times. I got to do a series replay. The irresistible urge to do another series replay. Kyle Parkhurst, thank you for becoming a member, dude. Have you played Mixtape and given your take on it? No, it's not like my type of game, so I wasn't really super interested once I saw the gameplay. I will say when I read it on Defining Duke, the description sounded interesting, but once I saw what it was, truly, and like, you know, the lack thereof of gameplay, it kind of just, I tuned out. I mean, obviously the discourse around it, I was just like, oh my God, bro, I just don't even want to get involved in this shit at all. Like, I already went through this with Veilguard. It's just like, I mean, the game just looked like neither here nor there, to me at least. So I just was like, I'm going to go spend my time elsewhere. I was tempted to do just like, because it's so short, I was like, oh, 3 hours, fuck it, like fire it up, see where it goes. But I'm just like, that's 3 hours I could spend on, like, at that time, I think I was playing Pocopia. It's like, I don't really want to play Mixtape. Thank you, Turtle. Appreciate you being here, dude. It's the fact that you until you get enough influence with him and have to keep at it, you don't ever expect what's coming. KOTOR 2 is masterful at that. I agree completely. KOTOR is like layers of like, here's light and dark side, and then here's your reputation system, and kind of like influencing him more and more. Really like, oh man, they just did such a bang up job just creating that influence the characters. So good. I mean, because like with that whole system that they put in there, it just adds so much depth, and then like you can change their playstyle because of it. Incredible. Let's do our last slop video, shall we? I saw a dude try to play mixtape just to try and break the game as much as possible. That's funny. Let me pause the music here. Okay. We're going to talk about State of Decay 3 to round things out. Danny, you're going to have to be patient for a while longer, my friend. I appreciate your interest, though. Don't get me wrong, dude. I'm not trying to shut you out. I'm just letting you know, like, there's no questions I'm going to answer on it because I don't want to tell you guys about it until I can show it. So I really do appreciate the interest, though. Like, I'm so happy you're excited because I think it'll be worth it. But you're going to have to just let us, I hate to be that person, let us cook, but like, for real, like, until it's ready to show, because it's, I think, like I said, particularly ambitious for our team size, and so I don't want to rush things anymore. You know, we're really in like a take your time phase. We're tackling it in chunks. We're taking hills together. Is there a time estimate? Yes, we do. We do have one. You can rest assured on that. We do have an estimate, so worry not. In fact, that's why I wanted to do this last bit of slop, because I'm going to go make burgers and then work on the story a little bit more tonight. Thank you, though, for your interest, Danny. Seriously, I do appreciate it. I do want to, we aim to impress you guys and over deliver. So just know that's our intent. Let's talk a little State of Decay, shall we? All right. Those of you who remain, please feel free to spam your respective meat emojis in the chat here. And let's get this thing rocking and rolling. Ambitious, big W. Yeah, like we're a 10-person team, so I think for teams that are our size, we're doing a lot more than most would. So I'm excited again to show you guys what we're doing here. We had a really good meeting on combat this week, and we're really like, that's the hill we're tackling right now to like really put into a spot that we're happy with. So we're going, like I said, we call it hill by hill. Like we're going from one hill to the next, and we're tackling it with like unified goals. It's really started to work. It's really started to click for us a little bit better here in the early days of that kind of approach to deadlines. So I'm excited to show you guys more. Okay, slop time. Let's do this. Oh, wait, let me get my notes up here. I had notes for State of Decay 3. There we go. Not a whole lot, but enough to just make sure I don't lose my train of thought. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for not slop. It's time for State of Decay 3. So, the way they've handled marketing this game has been really interesting. It was gone for a while, popped up out of nowhere at the top of this year. We got an update via an interview thanks to this kind of creator-driven program that Undead Labs has going on. They're kind of working with a lot of the YouTube content creators that are focused on State of Decay to help build their game out. So they hosted an interview. They put up a couple screenshots. They confirmed they were in like alpha, which after all this time, that's pretty early in development, all things considered. But the game was looking pretty solid, and it seemed like they were going to show more. I was incorrect in my prediction where I wasn't really super sure that they'd have State of Decay in this year's summer showcase. They did, and that gameplay showing looked awesome. In a lot of ways, it looked like State of Decay 1 or 2, but prettier, better, more action-packed, a lot more nuance to the experience. Like, it was already pretty deep in what it was doing, but now it had a better flow. It was very, very co-op driven on a whole other level. And so there's a lot to talk about here today, because what we're going to be looking at here in this rendition of Matty Slop is this right here. It's 72 minutes of exclusive State of Decay 3 gameplay from Brian Menard, and we're going to kind of look at him playing around with everything from the base to infestations, and just how the game generally flows. But also one thing that caught my interest was generally how it looked. This is I think, much better looking video game in its alpha state than anything State of Decay as a franchise has ever come close to here. Now, we'll just take a look through here. We'll tab around already. I watched this just this morning, I think it was. And so we're going to go ahead and check some things out here. I got some notes on the side on just what I wanted to kind of mention as a takeaway from all of this. So let's kind of get it rocking and rolling here. Couple things worth noting as we watch this gameplay here. One, it's, as you can see on the bottom middle, it's early alpha. So some of it's not final. We'll see what changes and what stays. Like some of the UI is very primitive. You'll see the early access stuff in the form of like floating objects in the air. Like at one point there was like a bag floating in the air, some pop in. The general behavior of the zombies seems fine. There's a point where at the end of this, he's like shoulder rushing through a bunch of zombies, and it's not making any sort of sound effect, and he's kind of just clipping through them. It doesn't seem to have that sort of impact. You can see in the distance some like pop in and whatnot. So they're still working on some things here, and we don't know if this is early 27, mid 27, late 27. You can already tell just by watching this gameplay, the map is much bigger. What's also interesting to note here is that despite the trailer showing a lot of multiplayer stuff, a lot of co-op stuff, what you see here is entirely single player. And so the TLDR, again, is that this is a much larger, better looking State of Decay game, and especially given the sort of Pacific Northwest appearance of it all here, I think Days Gone's fans are really going to find a home here. That community has been underserved for a while now. They really championed the hell out of Days Gone. You can already see here some of the new movement options, a lot of gore, a little bit more reactivity already in some of this early gameplay, just like the way his head busted open, just a lot smoother looking in the camera positioning, the movement, just a lot better already than what we got from State of Decay 1 and 2, which, by the way, I should mention I'm a huge fan of. But this game, as we'll get into with some of the deeper parts of the gameplay, really I think is going to serve that Days Gone community because they loved that game, and Sony pretended that game was terrible. Now, when I reviewed it, the game was pretty broken, but they've since like patched it out. Funny enough, my friend was just playing this last night, and I was watching him play some Days Gone, and I was like, this game really does have like a charm to it. It's got that Sony template to it, but I get why people wanted more, like the ambushes in the open world, the intensity of it all. So I've said a million times, I think this game will be an answer to that. This is also, as you'll see, some classic State of Decay stuff, going in, looting buildings. One standout to me here is that all of the interactable objects in the environment aren't instantly highlighted, which is something that we did see a lot of in prior State of Decay games. So there is an obvious focus on immersion. Like there's little markers on top of it. That's a lot better than like the straight up highlighting of it all. And in this section of the gameplay, he's just like grabbing stuff, bringing it back to his truck, which he'll bring back to his base. Visually speaking, there's a couple of points that I want to jump to here that I want to show you guys that I think the game, frankly, really does shine. So let me go ahead and find that spot for you. Emmett, our lovely editor for Matty Slop, will no doubt chop all of this out. But for those of you watching live, you get to see this alongside me here. So here's an example right here. So something is rain and dark. Just adds a whole lot to the game already, I feel. Just looks a lot better. I also appreciate that this is a live demo. I just realized like this whole time you're going to see Brian beneath me in this footage here. But again, I really do appreciate that they did this live to prove like this is all real. The video at times, and I don't mean this to be overly critical, I'm not trying to be an asshole, is edited a little bit weirdly. Like he approaches like the chemical factory. He's like, all right, guys, like I'm here at like this infestation that could be turned into a base. And then like the video cuts and he says it again, but from a different angle. And you kind of wonder like how much of the game is actually ready to go. But this is a really cool part here to show off again the difference in like how the map is lit, how weather plays a factor, how it all looks. But also in this point here with the rain, if I skip ahead a little bit, you'll start to see special zombies that he does stealth takedowns for, which I thought was, of course, really cool. But that a bloater is actually nearby here, which he can distract. And so once he goes inside, he's going to loot this place, as you can see here. And if we skip ahead a little bit, this bloater here can be taken down via stealth, which is cool because that's a special zombie and he'll fuck your day up. And then I believe in a second here, he shows, yeah, here's another bloater. And when he gets its attention, you'll see the stomach starts to grow and light up. And if you time your shot right, it one-shots him. And this was actually shown a lot in the gameplay, is the ability to sort of target the special weaknesses for these special zombie types. And I think that combined with the map diversity, again, it's more of a State of Decay you've seen and played, but also looks better and is far larger. There's actually a shot at one point here that I really did quite like. And it's when he was approaching this right here. Like, this looks awesome. I hit the wrong tab. Sorry. I put up the other Matty Slop tab. You see right here, like just the difference in lighting and tone. It's going for something a lot more serious, grounded even. And again, I appreciate that this is all being shown in single player, because for those of you who are looking going, oh, another co-op game. You know what, dude? Like, now you're seeing you could play this on your own, which you could do already with the original State of Decay stuff. Now, I want to go a little bit earlier into this footage here, because what he does is he approaches an infestation, and you can see there's a lot of zombies running around. And as he goes into the building where the infestation lies, which we know if we played State of Decay, we've cleared out infestations before, you'll actually see some pretty good movement options here. But you also see how like combat and shooting and camera work come together here, where he's going to actually like vault out this window after trying to do some damage to the, he throws a Molotov and he goes right here, boom, like this. And that's where you see like a little bit of the pre-alpha, like the glass just immediately disappears instead of breaking kind of in like real time. You can see the sun permeating through the trees. Like, again, this looks great, but this is also very State of Decay. But this type of movement, this type of locomotion, this is where I kind of get into that Days Gone bag, where I'm like, oh, that type of fan is going to love this sort of stuff here. You can see, again, a little bit of the jank as he's running out of stamina. He's still able to like push through people, break through the glass. But the zombies as well, far more aggressive, which is cool to see, because one of the things that they highlighted when they re-revealed this game is that these zombies are going to come to you. Let me rewind the gameplay a little bit here, because before he actually shows this infestation, let's see if we can find it. Emmett, you're going to have to help me out with the edit here. Perfect. So you'll see here, nope, I'm lying. You'll see here when he is looking at the infestation, you'll see how it all connects and goes on a line versus it's right next to his home base here, right? So the infection is moving closer and closer, creating more infestations. And this is kind of what they meant by they're going to come after you, because then by the end of this footage here, again, Emmett, you're going to help me out with some of the cuts here. Shout out to our editor, Emmett, here. I just want to make sure this is smooth once it's all said and done. Is it here? I'm trying to remember an hour-long video that I just watched this morning. Where does he go back to his base? Hang on. Hang on. Where is it? Was it at like the... Yeah, so he's here at the... Hang on. We're going to find it. I didn't write down a timestamp. My bad. Does he ever go back to the base? I think once he's in the chemical plant, he doesn't go back. Is it here? Nope, he's still there. Chat, thanks for bearing with me. This is what we call professional video production. This is what you see, or what you don't see, I'm sorry. Where the fuck is it? Where does he go back to his base? Where like the zombies are attacking him. And after all this, I'm going to have to remember my original talking point. Yeah, so he beats these guys up. Right. Am I just making this up in my head? Am I just going psycho? Yeah. Aha, found it. There we go. Okay. So, after he's done with the infestation, you can see here that the infection starts to come to the base here. So now he's using his knife and he's taking out zombies that are attacking the base. Now, it's a very small number, but knowing the sort of way that they've been marketing it, what they've been showing with some of the very aggressive zombie attacks, like in that 4-player co-op trailer, like the amount of zombies, it can get pretty crazy. And so I'm excited to see that sort of balance, because what really gets me into State of Decay is as you're making a plan to do like a run, like, okay, I'm going to go to this shop because I need more food or I need more water. As you're doing all that, this shot looks pretty good too, by the way. As you're doing all that, something dynamic might pop up on the map that pulls your attention away. And it turns like one run into this it turns it into its own story, right? And so when we see how the infestation is moving closer to you, that can already add so many layers to an already proven great experience. So that has me particularly pretty excited as well. Another thing I wanted to, it's so funny. I'm looking at my notes now. I actually did have the notes for when the base location was. Or no, I didn't. Hold on. You can cut that out too, Emmett. Oh yeah. Okay. Another thing I wanted to show off here is as he's approaching what he called the base location, here we got our Juggernaut friend. You may know him from the State of Decay 2 Juggernaut Edition, wink, wink. Anyways, he tries to take this thing out, and I'm actually going to rewind here, and I'm going to let the gameplay audio rip, because I think, frankly, this just sounds really great. So get ready. Here we go. Let me just turn on my headphones so I can actually hear it. Okay. Here we go. Great reverb. Got him. Don't got him. Oh, good boy's fast. Got him. So yeah, I just think like that sound adds a lot to the game. I mean, it adds to the intensity, especially like that Juggernaut sounds fucking crazy, dude. Like really good stuff. Another interesting part from this little gameplay though is it's a little janky for sure, but like eventually he gets knocked down here, right? Oh, hold on, I should be showing it. Eventually he gets knocked down here, right? And what's really cool is that you'll see in a moment here, another survivor comes and picks him up. I don't know where the hell they came from, by the way. I don't know. Again, this is where I'm like, was this all planned or was this actually happening? But Doug pulls up. Shout out to Survivor Doug. Pulls up and he saves the day. This revolver has barely any kick when it comes to recoil. So there's still a little bit of that State of Decay jank in here. Like, look at that. That thing is just doing like this. It's crazy. And then he runs away. He leaves Doug completely alone. Brian, I don't know how you could do that, dog. How could you, man? So yeah, just a lot of elements from the older State of Decay games coming together here. And then again, at the chemical plant, we can see a live example of what are a lot more zombies here. So he's inside a room where you have to clear out all of these infestations, right? All of them. So this is where you break out the katana. And it's time to get to work here. And as you shoot, you're going to obviously draw more zombies your way. And you'll see that there will be a lot more in the coming moments here. Because, yeah, there's so much to pop here. And, again, you're thinking about this in, like, 4-player co-op. It's going to be a ton. This already just looks like it shoots and plays from a melee perspective way better. Oop, that was a little bug there. But this already looks like it plays infinitely better than the prior two State of Decay games, which I loved for their own reason. This is the bug I was talking about, or really the alpha part of it all that I was talking about, where the shoulder rush that knocks zombies back, was like, he was like pretty much clipping through them. But he's also putting them on a line here. He's out of ammo. He's running away. And again, this is like the type of aggression from the zombies I wanted to see, which again could play a little bit more into the days gonification of State of Decay 3. And also look at no loading screens. These environments are much more expansive, interweaving. I mean, this is all one massive area he's got to eventually clear out. So it really opens up the options for co-op gameplay. He's got a silencer on his pistol too, so you can quietly take out zombies as you've been able to do in the past alongside those stealth takedowns. And so all in all, look, man, like it obviously needs a lot of cleaning up. There's a lot of jank there that can get concerning as 2026 presses on. Like, this is from the middle of 2026. So if this is coming out like later 27, I'm feeling pretty good about what we're seeing thus far. The flow looks awesome. And if it's a visual issue, that'll only get better with more time. So I'm liking what I'm seeing with State of Decay 3. Very, very happy with it. And shout out to Undead Labs for allowing a YouTuber to do it, dude. This is like a pretty rare thing to let a YouTuber just show off like the most gameplay this game has ever seen. That's a lot of trust, but it's clear that they got a pretty tight circle there. So I very much respect that. And shout out to Brian Bernard, who I'll have linked down below for all of this gameplay. But yeah, State of Decay 3 looking awesome, and I imagine we'll see a lot more of this, maybe at the Xbox Developer Direct in 2027, but a really cool way to kind of tide those hungry fans over in the meanwhile. All right, chat. Is this slop? Do we love this? How are we feeling? How are we feeling? Let me get this over to Emmett. And apologies again for all my notes. My notes were terribly labeled, so I didn't do a great job messing around with that footage. But hopefully it was still a decent watch. Seems like they're cooking. Agreed. This is very nice. Take notes. Game devs definitely looks good. I love slop. Here we go. I'm glad people are liking what they saw. I got nothing. Haven't played since the first State of Decay. Yeah, State of Decay 2 was just like... I mean, State of Decay 2 was an awesome game. It was just, it's ugly as sin, though, for the year it came out in. It really is. Let me get this last one over to Emmett. And like, holy crap, we actually did 3 slop videos in a stream for once. I don't remember the last time we did that. It's been like 2 at most. Shout out to us. Will I be playing Star Fox? Why did I say Star Fox? Star Fox. I will not be playing Star Fox. I'm playing Amori soon, and I'm playing Adventures of Elliot right now, so I'm pretty well taken care of here. Okay, cool. We are good. 2 didn't seem like a big enough leap forward for me. 2 was really good at like iteration and just lots and lots of content. Just tons and tons of stuff to do. Bernard is a player who has over 10k hours in State of Decay 2. Yeah, there you go. That's loyalty. Sean 69420, happy birthday to you. Thanks for showing up. All right, let's see what some of the super chats we got here. Tolly's my favorite companion. So much so, I named my dog Tolly Zora. She's the dog in my profile picture. Oh, let's go. Tolly Zora the doggy. Hell yeah, dude. We love Tolly. Instant romance option. What do you think about the GTA 6 key art? It looks like GTA art. I don't know. I've never had that, like, whoa. The theme, though, that Synth Potato posted, like the extended version of the theme, that was fucking good. That's what got me hyped up. But the art was just like GTA art, you know? Looks good. Definitely an upgrade from 5. 5's art looks fine, but like you can see their artists are cooking. Yo, Maddie, love you, dude. Thank you. Been watching your stuff since before Fallout 4's build up. Fallout 3 is my top 5 games of all time. Keep up the good work, but you got good taste, my friend. I'm talking about in video games. Maybe in YouTubers as well, since you're here. Not up for me to say, but thank you so much for the love. McLovin, thank you for your generous donation here. Are you accepting investors for your upcoming game? I'd love to support in a real way. How can I reach out to you? Yes, asterisk. You know, like I'm always open to like seeing what people want. A little can go a long way for us at the same time. Because I am like leading creative direction and I am the sole funder. I get to call, I guess I'll put it this way. Like I get to call the shots in a way that like, I don't have to check with anyone and be like, hey, so we're taking your money and we're doing this instead. Like that just, it's kind of why I slowly turned off from publishing, because we've been able to make so many quick turns with our game that I'm like, what if we couldn't do that? That would really fuck us over just because like we had money attached to the situation. I'm just not attached to money on that level. So, you can reach out via email if you'd like to, by all means, you know. I've been horrible with my emails. This is my birthday weekend and Father's Day is this weekend as well. So I'll be with my parents. So I won't probably get back immediately, but you know, I do appreciate the interest and the willingness to support. Oh, Whoop Whoop, did I miss your super chat? I'm sorry, bro. Hang on. Have you ever played Wobjack based mod list for Skyrim? Saw a comment mentioning redoing games to play while waiting for ES6 and thought of this. I have not done this. This would be good. This would be a good one to try. I did the total overhaul though. I remember in 2023 I did that, or was it 24? Might have been 23. The end of 23 into 24. But I've not checked out the Wobjack based mod lists. That'd be a fun one. Skyrim I could just play forever though. That's kind of why I like haven't gone near it in a little bit. Do you think we'll ever get back to Halo being genre defining? Halo at one point was big enough to be shown at the Super Bowl. I hope it returns. Yeah, I just remembered who could be making it. In name, yes. I don't know if it could ever be genre defining. I think it could be. I think we're very upset with where Halo's at now. But I think if we're getting like Halo 3 level bangers, Halo 2 level bangers with the soul, the spirit, the understanding, the continuity, like that type of shit, and we're getting it often, I think Halo can come back for sure. I just don't trust the people who are working on it right now. It sounds like a fucking disaster at Halo Studios. I would be surprised I wouldn't be surprised if they got hit really hard with these layoffs. I don't know for sure. I don't have any inside info, but it would not surprise me at all if they got completely hit by this, especially if their next project is being completely outsourced. I mean, people don't like that team so much that one of the top comments on my video about like the Xbox reset was like, please let it be 343. I was like, jeez, dude. Oh. Yeah, I think Halo has a shot for sure. Thank you, Sean. That's very nice of you. Object makes it so easy, and they literally feel like a remake. Nulvis was pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, if it's, I mean, the mod list that they did over at Nexus seems to have really gone over well. Like there was that initial resistance of like a lot is changing, and then they seem to have like won the people back. And that people like the quality of life with it. I'd rather Maddie's dev team give a shot than 343. That'd be interesting. Halo spinoff at our team. I have ideas. Is there any inside information on shakeups at studios amidst all of the Xbox restructuring? It's one studio who deserves the hammer. I don't know if you're asking me if I might be misinterpreting it, but like I don't have any inside info personally. I don't really look for it though. There is a level of like, you know, a lot of people who get it seek it. I think you just get wrapped up in bullshit. And it's like, frankly, I don't care. I just want to play games. It's like, okay. I mean, I care about like obviously layoffs as in like, it's not like I don't care about the people, but it's like, I don't need to know shit before everyone else does. It doesn't benefit me. It seems like for a lot of people, they only like to know it because it serves their ego. Let's see here. Nerdy Giant. You expecting more than just pre-order pages for GTA 6 to go live on June 25th? Or do you think it'll literally be just when pre-orders open? You'd have to imagine with like the cover art reveal and the theme and the overlook of the city and pre-orders going live, I feel like a new trailer next week would be interesting. I think it would be very possible, but I was also dead fucking wrong about the whole pre-order trailer leak. That's why I kind of like, okay, I'm gonna bow out. I'm gonna bow out until things happen. But I think it's a very real possibility, Nerdy Giant. Thank you so much for your super chat. I really appreciate it. Oh, I don't have the music on. Whoopsies. Headphones keep turning off, bro. What the fuck? You're definitely getting trailer 3. Yeah, like it feels like a lock-in. I was just curious if there was any news since news seems to spread fast these days. I've been dodging X like the plague since it's just a bloodbath on there. I don't blame you, Zensha. Yeah, I mean, like, totally fair stance. When it comes to inside stuff, though, yeah, like, I mean, I went through my little phase where I was getting fed some information, and it's I get why people do it. It's fun just getting the know on it all, but there's always a story to be told, and I guess the way I'm trying to word it is that, like, I think the truth always just comes out. Like, we already have our set of reporters that just do all of that. They spill everything, oftentimes spill everything before it's even revealed, like especially in this case. And so I think my responsibility in the community is not delivering that news, but rather just taking it and giving it the right context and reacting in a way that, like, I think is constructive And if it has to be destructive, so be it, right? Give Maddie's team the rights to Sly Cooper and save our boy. Can you imagine Splicer? That'd be so awesome. Sorosent, what platform do you expect your game to be on? At least PC. Ideally, I want to be on just all platforms, to tell you the truth. It's just about, you know, funding that, getting the time to do that sort of thing. But I'd like to be everywhere, you know. To me, again, I think of like headache lists. And I'm like, I don't want to have that moment where it's like, okay, we know our lead platforms. And so I just don't want to have a moment where it's like we under support a platform and they think it's some console war shit because I cover like Xbox or PlayStation a particular way or Nintendo a particular way. I just want to like put the game everywhere and just like, see, no favorites. Like, we're just go buy it if you like it. RPG Shactic, good to see you, man. Happy birthday. There is a meta shift no one's talking about. Young Gen grew up on free games in our group. Our age group, married/kids, can only afford 2 to 3 games. Yeah. That's why I think indies are doing so well. I also think just cheaper games are doing well because people can make time and room and like financially for that stuff. Thank you, Mithu. Some people have been completely wrong about that too, says Zentra. I honestly love when devs give out fake leaks to troll insiders. Yeah, I mean, you can tell who gets... I mean, the thing is that's why I say when the truth always gets revealed, like, there are fake insiders that just, like, they get caught with their pants down, bro. Like, just is the best way of putting it. Like, they just get completely fucking caught, where they're just, like, obviously full of shit. Obviously. And they just get taken less seriously. And honestly, for me, a lot of my brand is my reputation. Like, I got all of my leaks right. But then I started to see as people around me got destroyed, I'm like, dude, if I start fucking up at all, like, it's over for me. Like, they'll just never let it go. So I'd rather not be involved in any of that. So I began and ended my leak career with KOTOR Remake. And I guess a little bit with Xbox because I did leak about, what was the game? Contraband. I was part of that. Whoops. Before it got revealed by Avalanche. So yeah. Fun short career. Claw, good to see you, man. Happy birthday. Just joined. Was watching Super Mario Galaxy and playing Hi-Fi Rush. Ooh, that's a very colorful day. Last DD was good, though. More blame should be pointed at Phil for telling studios not to worry about profit, but not keeping them on time. Hey, dude, you're not going to find anyone, I think, right now on the internet more anti-Phil than me. So I agree with you. I think a lot of people trying to say, like, the goal of these companies was never supposed to be to turn a profit. I'm like, what fucking galaxy do you live in? I'm saying galaxy because I'm thinking of the movie now. But, like, there's been people I've seen on Twitter who are, like, high up in our industry going, like, that was never their job. They were doing what they were told. I'm like, yes, but also common sense would suggest that businesses live off of money. Why would Microsoft or Xbox keep companies around that aren't making money? I'm not saying what they're doing is right, but if you are greenlighting projects that, like, yeah, this shit's probably going to flop, you know, like, let's be real. Let's call it as it is. Keeper, Kiln, did you really greenlight those thinking, like, yeah, this shit's going to cook, bro. Like, this is going to do numbers. No, not at all. Like, they knew. And at that point, it's like, you know, you're just, that's the freedom you were given. That's what you chose to do with it. All respect to you. I'm not surprised on how it's going, though. So, yeah, I think people like Phil should have been like, hey, please do what you want, but also please keep in mind this is a business at the end of the day. And maybe he did say that, but I don't see how, if you're doing Game Pass and these guys were making content for Game Pass, that things like South of Midnight or Keeper or Kiln, Hellblade I can see a little bit, but like, how do these drive engagement? Things like, you know, Outer Worlds 2 and Avowed make sense. They're AA, they're smaller scale, they're cheaper. They should be cheaper to make. They took too long to make, though. But these are smaller scale. These are RPGs that you can play for a while. That drives engagement, right? It drives engagement. But like these other ones, I'm like, what the fuck was the purpose? For what engagement are you driving with Hellblade 2 by making like a 4-hour tech demo, you know? So I get both sides of it all. Like, I get why it feels unfair to the studios, but I can't sit here and genuinely be like, I'm fucking stunned that these are the teams that they're lining up and going, what have you guys been doing? It's something, if you watch any of my content, especially in Defining Duke, which I know you're referencing here, I've said on Defining Duke for years, I'm like, bro, it's like Compulsion Games, what is going on, dude? Fucking 7 years for South of Midnight is absurd. Absurd, dude. So thank you, Claw, for your very generous donation. Thank you for letting me tee off here. Guys, it's 7:24. It's starting to get dark. I think I got another, like, hour maybe of daylight. So I got to go grill some burgers here. Thanks for showing up for the big day, dude. I know tomorrow's actually my birthday, but thanks for supporting so generously. Thanks for just being here, hanging out, talking games with me, man. This is the best thing to do. And so I just, thanks for kicking off the fun weekend in a great way. We'll be back next Tuesday. I won't be streaming next Friday because I'll be away. So we might do some pre-recorded Matty Slap, or we might take some time off. We'll see. But do look forward to that. Otherwise, though, thanks, guys, for being here. I really appreciate and love you dearly. And let me hit this last super chat here. C to the A says, Xbox should copy Cap God's blueprints. Make games from your biggest IP first, then do Pragmata after getting the wheels turning. Indeed. I mean, everyone could benefit from following Cap God's approach. But guys, seriously, thank you so much for your super chats. Thanks for just hanging, talking, enjoying a little Skyrim music with me. And like I said, we'll be back next Tuesday for streams. And we'll try to pack in some Matty Slop before that so it doesn't go dormant for too long. But thanks, guys, again. And have a good weekend. Talk soon. Peace out.